All right. Feel better.
I give a play-by-play while you're doing that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. You're more than welcome, B. You're more than welcome.
What exactly do you do?
Well, I do a lot,
We're
man.
trying to figure that out. Ted Cruz warning the DOJ against trying to police speech of America. Ted, I don't know where you've been. And I like Ted Cruz. I don't know where the hell you've been. Because they have been censoring us. Look, when I get thrown in the Facebook jail in 1 year, 10 times in 1 year over content, and the majority of it, they've come out and said, yeah, now it's true. Same thing with TikTok. Same thing with well, we know what happened with us and the, I'm not going to, we're on the stream now, so I'm not going to say the other one, the big one. It ends with a tube. So, but Ted Cruz, of course, Republican from Texas, demanding access to all communications between the Justice Department and, this is different. I thought this is social media because he was talking about social media yesterday. This is the American Medical Association asking the Attorney General to investigate and prosecute disinformation campaigns against gender alternative surgeries for minors. And Monday evening, the Attorney General, Merrick Garland, obtained obtained exclusively by Fox News Digital. Cruz accused the department of a continued pattern of abuse and its investigation of authorities to police speech of Americans, stifling ongoing policy debate when it comes to transgender students and being able to give them the medication at a young age. Tom, do you have the story? They actually arrested another person in that murder investigation in Chaves County?
No, they haven't arrested anyone yet. I talked to Under Sheriff Charles.
Well, they need help locating.
Yes, help locating. Right.
Do you have that story?
That is our second story in the news.
The Jada Chaves.
Yep.
In reference to the homicide
of Enrique Palencia Jr.
Yes. So there were 3 people.
Actually, there's 5 now.
5.
Yeah.
Wow. 5 people. What was this? A blood sport or something?
Don't know yet. They wouldn't let me know how he was killed, the manner he died, rather. But they have done the autopsy on him.
Wow. Craziness. Man. Yeah, when I talk to Sheriff, I always say, how many murders we got today?
Oh, man.
And in Chaves County. It's kind of crazy.
That's number 17, I think.
Yeah, it's nuts. 631. Things that happen on this date in history being brought to you by our buddies at Thought for the Day, damn it, being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. 35 years serving Southeast New Mexico. Quality products, excellent service, dependable. Boom or bust, they can deliver to the patch. They deliver DEF fuel, unleaded gas, diesel, you name it, they deliver. And they also have interstate batteries. If you need them on-road or off-road, WakefieldOil.com. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day is, let's have a moment of silence for all of those who are stuck in traffic somewhere.
And Texter says...
The thought for the day.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. When I need you to jump in, you don't. And when I don't need you to jump in,
you should have pointed your finger at me.
There you go.
Your middle finger should have pointed at me. Hey, B, I got a thought for the day, too, says the texter.
Sure, but go ahead.
I'm holding on to anger. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Wow.
It's like having to do everything and then hoping that Tom can do some heavy lifting. Just doesn't happen.
No, heavy lifting I do not do anymore.
6:33. When did you do it?
Well, I've got a back problem, too.
Dude, seriously? You're talking to me about a back problem?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I know you self-inflicted this. I mean,
really?
You did it on your own.
You want to talk to me about a back problem? You mean because I get up and try to do stuff? Oh, my God. You
Jeez.
lazy. And then wait a second.
Here we go.
Then we hear the rest of the story. Our buddy Michael Trujillo stops by the Eastern New Mexico State Fair and said, wait,
Oh, you're my buddy, yeah.
you didn't have the whole thing right. When he calls me out in the middle of the night to change his tire, he goes, we had to take the glass out of the back of his
I forgot about that.
POS automobile. And he said that took forever. And then, his wife didn't look like she was happy that you called him in the middle of the night.
It was not
A working guy
It was 6 p.m.
that drives all over the place every day.
Well, that's Dave Trujillo's brother.
So next time, call a wrecker.
But Dave told me, call my brother, maybe he can help you.
Yeah. Whatever.
Mike, thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure Mike appreciated the hell out of that. Looks like Colorado thinking about approving magic mushrooms. That probably will come to New Mexico sooner or later. But there was a bad trip going on. And you know what? Bad trips on airplanes, not cool. So somebody decided to eat some magic mushrooms. United flight last week, traveling from Miami to D.C. Somebody took some magic mushrooms, and they weren't so magic. And, that ended with a fight on the plane. And the magic mushrooms, taking those before you get on the plane. I mean, be reasonable. Take the marijuana gummies so that you sleep the whole time. Planes reach 36,000 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but this guy was higher than that. By the way, thank God everything ended okay. Supposedly he was trying to get into the cockpit. Not good at all. Text line is open. Our number 877-396-W105. Tom will look at news coming up in a bit. Also, we've got taking out trash and more. Our number 877-396-W105.
Hey, Chip is asking this morning, I would like to know why Lovington schools decided not to teach about Columbus Day on Monday. I mean, it is still a federal holiday. Then teach about it. I'm tired of them liberals running our schools.
Well, I don't know if you saw the governor. Governor made some changes yesterday. Yeah, a governor. She canceled out a governor yesterday, a governor of New Mexico. I got to find I'll find the story. I promise I'll get to it. But she canceled out a governor, and I don't remember the governor's name. Of course, I didn't grow up in New Mexico.
Right.
So it wouldn't, when I saw it, I didn't recognize it. But she canceled out the governor.
Wow.
Because he evidently, I don't know what atrocities he did to Native Americans. But she canceled him out because of that. Look, we cannot change history, even bad history, even horrific things. What are we going to do next? We're going to look at the atom bomb and say we didn't bomb Japan?
Right.
Let me just say one thing about Japan. You ain't heard boo from Japan since we dropped that damn bomb on them. They have been in line and no problems there. Just saying. By the way, Biden also talking about Zelensky, telling him not to worry, we will send him more money. We'll send you air defense missiles and all kind of. Evidently, Putin is running out of.
Eventually, it was going to happen.
He's running out of missiles. He's actually having to get those missiles from North Korea.
Time to throw in the towel, buddy, but he's not gonna.
No, he will fight to his last dying breath.
Yeah.
But when I look at Ukraine, I'm going, there's some hanky things going on there, too.
Right.
638. We're being the Breakfast Club Morning Show this morning, being brought to you by Iron River Inspection. IronRiverInspection.com is where you can go. Mike and Matt encourage you. Go to that website. If you need pipeline inspections or facility inspections, safety training, if you need consulting, they are one of the top-notch consulting companies also. They put together a team with over 300 years experience in the oil patch. IronRiverInspection.com. Check them out today. Tom and Tex.
All right, B, there's a motorist from Eunice on the text says, "Be careful, guys. There's heavy fog in the Eunice area right now." And boy, it was yesterday too, but today he said there's heavy fog in the Eunice area. Please be careful. And did y'all see the report that came out that the cartel made $500 billion due to Biden's open border in 2018? It was just $500 million then.
Yeah, I think the issue there is that they are piggybacking fentanyl and cocaine and methamphetamine, bringing it over here with, with people. It's a two-part process. You allow the people to carry the drugs. Cartels are getting rich under Biden. It kind of makes you wonder if he's part of the team. Just saying.
All right, buddy says, turn your darn lights on. It's foggy out there, you guys. We thank you very much.
You dumbasses.
And another text says, last year on Columbus Day, in my elementary school, they did not celebrate Columbus Day. And Tom, did you know there was another murder? This is David in Artesia. No, but we'll try to get on it as soon as we get any reports.
Another murder in Artesia?
Yeah, well, he didn't elaborate, but I'm going to get more
I'm wondering how many of these murders have something to do with drugs.
Apparently a bunch of them.
Well, that's the question, Mr. News Guy.
Yeah. Well, they're always related. I mean, sometimes you have crime of passion where someone kills somebody else. But I haven't seen that many drug-related murders, though. If you see them coming out of Roswell, it's because they're family disputes, mostly.
And drugs.
It may be mixed in.
And drugs. They're sitting around doing drugs. Next thing, somebody ain't got a head.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. I mean, I'll check that out in Artesia.
That's all I get. It's two.
Well,
Thank you.
Some more. There are a bunch of them coming in.
Yeah, well, and that's...
I'm trying to get in. Oh, that murder, by the way, was in Roswell. I'll get Tom.
Yeah, well, that
in a moment.
Is it another murder besides the one from yesterday?
Oh, from October 5th.
Yeah.
And I think the pictures of Tom's phone were Bob in it, says the texter.
Nobody wants to touch it. I mean, it's a brand new phone. I don't even want to. I'm giving 6 feet between me and the phone.
And you know nothing happened on that phone. What are you making like that?
Yeah, our office manager, Tom, can you look at my phone? I got an issue. Oh, no. No. Oh, no.
Well, let me ask you this. You have an iPhone too, right?
Oh, no.
You have an iPhone?
Yes.
Okay. So I tried to get a source yesterday that's been in the book, in this phone book for years. It disappeared, and another one disappeared. Why are they disappearing? Texters, do y'all know?
Maybe they didn't copy over.
No. They've been there since we copied over. Now all of a sudden they're not showing
The only
up.
way they can disappear is if you delete them.
Hey, B, I actually got a warning from Facebook for a Hobbs Eagle post that I shared, and they took it down.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
I had somebody put up Happy Columbus Day, and they got a warning saying that it's Indigenous People Day, and it goes against community standards. Look, you can't force feed people.
Mm-hmm.
You can't force feed people to think the way you want them to think, just because you want them to think that way. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Hobbs. Since Tom couldn't read my text right, I was going to call in and say last year my elementary-aged kids came home talking about how bad of a person Christopher Columbus was and that he was a murderer and he should have never came here. That's what they're teaching in elementary now.
Wow.
My goodness.
Wow, that is the agenda, that Christopher Columbus was a murderer that came over here and slayed a bunch of people. Yeah.
Now, what school district are you talking
I'm
about?
sorry, Tom can't read. A whole nother problem is Tom can't read that.
That one escaped from me. It just went up quickly. So what school district are we talking about? I guess
He didn't want to talk to you. I'd be pissed, too.
Well, if he's going to make a point like that, you need to stay on the phone and have some BALLS.
Oh, how about this? You just read the damn text right.
Well.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Still.
3 teenagers have been arrested as suspects in a fatal shooting of a 52-year-old woman at her house in Taos. 3 male teens from the Taos area, 14-year-old, 2 14-year-olds, and a 16-year-old, have been booked into the juvenile detention center on first-degree murder charges. They also face conspiracy, aggravated burglary charges with a deadly weapon, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The victim was shot to death. Shirley Reyes, her 19-year-old son, was also shot, according to court records, during a burglary at their home in Taos. Police responded to the scene shortly after 5 a.m. Supposedly, a 19-year-old knocked on the neighbor's door to report that his mother had been shot. Let me repeat, 2 14-year-olds and a 16-year-old now charged with murder. Crazy part of this story is they will probably be out at the age of 18. Probably. Crazy. And the GOP lawmakers questioning Anthony Bourdain and Merrick Garland over the police stations that are being set up in New York City, the ones that are going to be run by the Chinese police stations in New York. We are writing to express our concern over law enforcement presence from the People's Republic of China in New York City. China will oversee the police service stations established in New York. And you got a number of Republicans signing on to this going, what the hell? It's an outpost, basically, for the Chinese. So they can look out for Chinese citizens that are living in New York and maybe talking bad about the Chinese government. Why are we allowing a foreign entity to come in and police America? Not a great sign at all. And Sharon Osbourne says she wants her money back.
For what?
Well, she gave $900,000 she donated to Black Lives Matters. And she was recently told TMZ that she wants the money back. She wants her money back. She said she wants the money back because evidently they haven't done what they were supposed to do. And, White Lives Matters. Remember Kanye West and Candace Owens wore that shirt? She said Black Lives Matters coming out against that shirt. White Lives Matters shows that there is an issue. They're trying to cancel him out. And bigger question is, why is Sharon Osbourne on Fox News now? She's a contributor now.
I saw that.
It's crazy. I wish I had $900,000 to donate. Not that I would donate it to Black Lives.
He don't like it. She donated part of his money.
If you scream in my ear again, I will have no choice
What?
but to throat punch you.
Then I couldn't talk then, me.
Gee whiz.
Yeah. Hey, good morning, guys. This is the text. You're doing an awesome job. Where is Will at? He's asking
Will
this
is
morning.
sick. Will is sick. He's not feeling well this morning. He got, and with Will being on dialysis, he needs to take care. If he gets any type of infections, that can get very bad quick. So he needs to take care of himself.
And get well.
I wish he was here. I'm serious. I wish he was here.
I seen a crazy thing the other day. According to the text, I went to put fuel, and now they are selling gas without ethanol, and it was more expensive than the good gas. What the heck is going on? Asking the texter.
Well, the whole ethanol thing is nothing but a boondoggle. I got friends of mine in Illinois, they're farmers, and invested their life savings in ethanol.
Right.
And then I got a friend of mine who was he's dead now, but was CEO of a big oil company, major oil company. And he told me that they bought the ethanol plants from the government, pennies on the dollar.
Right.
And he said the whole thing is a boondoggle to add ethanol to fuel.
Yeah.
I like my gas the old-fashioned way, without the damn ethanol. All right, price of oil this morning, since Tom can only give me one text.
I guess John from Lovington is asking you, hey, B, what do you think of the video of Joe Biden that I sent to you? Did you get it? He sent you a video of Joe Biden last night.
Yeah, John, I got to admit, I took 2 pain pills last night, but I did watch it, and I posted one similar. Donald Trump put together a video of Joe Biden. I posted that one up on TikTok last night. But I did check it out. Thank you. 649 price of oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers. They are currently training people, and if you want to go to work for them, they offer one of the top benefit packages in the industry. And when it comes to salary, one of the top salaries in the industry. Housing could be available if you need housing. If that's the thing that you need to get the job done, they can provide housing. If you've ever run a frac crew in the patch, they're looking for you. They want you to become a cementing supervisor. They've got a training program, the SSIT program for that. Ever run a frac crew? They're looking for you. Ever run a blender? They're looking for you. They want you to be a cementing equipment operator. Must have a CDL and willing to work a lot of hours. You're going to make a bunch of money. Spinnaker's equal opportunity employer, drug-free employer. Text Oilfield to 63566 today. Visit greatoilfieldjobs.com for more information.
West Texas Intermediate checks in at $89.35 at 6:50 this morning. That's up 86 cents from 6 a.m. Brent crude, 94.48. That's up 31 cents from 6 a.m. And the price of natural gas, $6.49. That's down 7 cents from 6 a.m.
10 minutes away from 7 o'clock, 10 away from 7. We'll go back to the text line in a second. You want to call the number 877-396-W105. Text line is open. You can text things that happen on this date in history. If you want to call, you can call. Tom will probably screw up your text, so that might be the best alternative. Yeah. But we'll talk about IRS agents making a lot of money.
Imagine.
So we'll talk about that coming up next with Taking Out the Trash.
Hey, B, did y'all talk about Tulsi Gabbard leaving the Democratic Party?
She is leaving the Democratic Party. She has decided that the party has left her, and I think there's a lot of people that have decided the party has left them.
Mm-hmm.
There are liberals that I follow on social media that I find more and more. The extreme liberals will never leave the Democratic Party because it's their agenda. Now, people with a little bit more common sense, I think, are starting to, especially Hispanics. Young Hispanics are distancing themselves from the Democratic Party. Well, let me rephrase that. Young working Hispanics are distancing themselves from the Democratic Party. Because if you're a young Hispanic worker and you're out there every day busting your butt, you're feeling the pain just like me. And so young Hispanics, workers, are changing their political party. And I encourage you, if there are any young Hispanic workers out there that are busting your butt and paying higher and higher taxes, and you don't care for where our money is going, then you know what? You ought to come on over. You should come on over to a party that cares about the working people. Democratic Party does not care about the working people. They're a party of welfare and the ultra-rich. Now, look, I understand. Democrats always say, you know, those Republicans, ultra-rich. No, no, no. You look at fundraising. You see who outraises Republicans. It's the Democrats. You look at who's giving money. The political, the Hollywood elitist, every major network. They're all giving to the Democratic Party. All right, we'll talk about the IRS. Can we catch up on some text, please?
All right. Madonna, she had to switch teams because any man in his right mind wouldn't have anything to do with her, says the text line. And hey, does Tom have marbles in his mouth or what? Is asking the one texter.
I haven't seen that video.
Anyway, another texter is asking about Madonna, and they're saying it was about time.
I got to admit, I didn't recognize Madonna when I saw the video. I was like, that ain't Madonna. So she's had a lot of work, and you remember, she's the one that said that she would blow up the White House.
And she didn't get busted for it.
She's the one that said she would blow up the White House. But then we look at January 6th and all these people being thrown in jail. Nothing happened to Madonna. Nothing.
Not a darn thing. Hey, the texter is asking Tom, hey, tell B to stop making crap up.
What I made up. Go ahead.
So elaborate on that, would you?
Yeah, please tell me what I made up. I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. And Germ says President Joe Biden is spending a whopping $265 million, as he goes on to say here. Remember, we had that one, we spent $500 million. But, yeah, he's going to do whatever he wants, man. B?
Just read the damn text.
Well, don't you want me to add to it?
I'm sure that's not all that he said.
Team Tom A says the texter, apparently.
Yeah, Team
That's
Tom
a
A.
good thing.
You know what? Pull a Jeffrey Dahmer on me. Put a drill right through the side of my head. Because that would be easier.
Did you watch that movie, by the way?
It's not a movie. It was a documentary.
Actually, it's a movie. I sat down and watched it a little bit last night. And,
Okay, so how did you watch it?
what do you mean I didn't watch it?
How did you watch it? You sat down and watched it. Please go ahead.
Well, I saw the trailer.
So you know better than me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The Jeffrey Dahmer movie.
Called Mr. Dahmer.
It's actually a documentary. See right there where it says download episode 1. It's a documentary. It's not a movie. It's a documentary. Oh, look, all the episodes. Oh, it's 10 episodes. But you would know better than me. The guy that doesn't even have Netflix. The guy that can't even spell Netflix.
What you talking about, B?
But you would know better than me.
Texter says, looks like with Madonna and Mickey Rourke, did they have the same plastic
Man, I'm
surgery?
telling you. I mean, plastic surgery is supposed to make you look better, not look worse.
I hadn't seen pictures of her in a while. So I couldn't comment on what she looks like. Don't you think?
Oh, it's going to be that day.
No, it's not. I mean, I'm doing a great job. A lot of texts are coming in, and I'm trying to catch up with them.
Unfortunately, you just can't read them. Take it out the trash. Being brought to you by Trash Eaters. 575-390-4549. Trash-eaters.com, reminding you to give to the Lovington Shelter so they can spay and neuter the animals and ship them off to a no-kill facility. 5 current or former employees in Tennessee and Mississippi working for the IRS have been charged with scamming the federal government out of thousands of dollars in COVID relief funds to bankroll their extravagant lifestyle. Suspects allegedly received money from the Paycheck Protection Program and got the economic injury disaster loan and went on to buy Gucci purses and all kind of other stuff, trips to Las Vegas. 5 have been arrested. How much money? Over $1 million taken from you. IRS agents. Wow. Thank you guys so much for your work. Maybe you can audit yourself. That would be awesome. Taking out trash. Being brought to you by Trash Eaters. Things that happen on this date in history on the way. And our buddy Rich reminding you this morning, if you're planning Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Already.
Never can be too early. And you're starting to think about it. Look, they can cater your entire meal. They can also, if you just want like Christmas hams or turkey, smoked turkeys, they can do that. If you got a Christmas party coming up and you want, you need somebody to cater that, Rich says give them a call. Rich is a retired disabled firefighter and would love to talk to you. Follow him on Facebook at Fireman's Pit Barbecue. Cool thing about Rich and Maria is they're good people to work with. And when they give you a quote, they're going to include all the utensils and the sides. They're not going to nickel and dime you at the end of the night. So they're taking their Thanksgiving orders right now. So if you want a ham or a turkey, let them know. Maybe you want something different from Christmas. They can do prime rib. They can do tomahawk ribeyes. Get in touch with Rich today. His number is 254-458-3229. Easiest way to find it, just go to Facebook, Fireman's Pit Barbecue. Tom and News coming up next.
All right. Good morning, guys. Having Sharon Osbourne as a news commentator on Fox makes about as much sense as having Tom A. News commentary on W105.
I'm telling you.
Another Texas
my
says,
patience is like not real,
it ain't
my strong suit. No.
And another Texas says, it's a series, B, not a documentary.
Well, it's a series, documentary series. It's a documentary about the life of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
But it ain't damn sure ain't a movie. And Tom can't spell Netflix.
But I saw the trailer. It is a movie. They're actors.
Where did you see the trailer?
Here.
Where?
Here.
Where?
On the TV.
Why are you messing with the TV?
I'm not messing with it.
I'm gonna delete that.
It was on there, and I thought, I wonder what that's about.
That's
Everybody's
my Amazon and Netflix account. I'm gonna delete it
because everybody's talking about it. I thought, okay, there you go.
Oh, you couldn't take it. Believe me, you could not watch it. You'd be screaming like a little girl.
Well, he was obviously a problem child.
Oh well, thank you so much for that.
Another texter said, "Hey B, it is a TV series." W says the.
Is it a documentary about Jeffrey Dahmer? Yes, it is.
But they're acting in it. They're not actually getting video from it.
Thank you for that, Mr. Movie.
Oh. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have gone to sleep if I'd seen that show. Because it's scary. And it is Halloween time, isn't it?
Thank you for that. Oh, my God.
Another texter says, they're calling you out on this, dude. B, it is a series.
Okay, it's a series. It's not a movie. Tom said it was a movie. It's not a movie. But it is a documentary about his life.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But they acted about it. And there is a movie, another texter is saying, called Dahmer.
Well, it's called My Friend Dahmer.
And Dylan from Lovington says, Tom, did you eat an extra bowl of stupid today?
Tom cannot even spell Netflix.
Oh, damn, sure can.
Okay, go ahead.
M-E-T.
M. Yes, you're right. You're 100% right. See, I was right. Texas mom sentenced to life after pleading guilty to murder of her bedridden daughter. She left alone so she could go party. This is sad.
Yeah.
So the Texas mom pled guilty to capital murder of her 7-year-old bedridden daughter, who she allegedly left at home with her younger siblings to go party more than 2 years ago. Lauren K. Dean pled guilty to murder on Wednesday and was sentenced to life in prison. And the death of her 7-year-old, Dean was sentenced to an additional 20 years for 2 counts of abandonment of an endangered child. According to the criminal complaint, Dean left her 3 kids, including the 7-year-old girl who was bedridden with medical conditions, so she could go to the Shades Bar and Matagorda County in Texas. And police in Baytown arrested her after doing a welfare check at the apartment. When she returned home, guess who was there waiting for her? Child Protective Services and the police. She will do life in prison. And by the way, you know who she left to take care of the 7-year-old that was bedridden? A 5-year-old.
My goodness.
And a 3-year-old. She pled guilty to avoid a trial and avoid the death penalty. in Texas, because Texas ain't got no problem with the death penalty. No problem at all. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Chance Materials, reminding you that if you got a project coming up, Ready Mix Concrete, they've got the product that is waiting for you. Affordable pricing and great service. Doesn't matter if it's a small project or a big project, they can take care of you. 575-363-3240. Give them a call today, or chancematerials.com. When you've got a project coming up, the project really matters. The materials matter most. Get in touch with them at Chance Materials. Go to the website, chancematerials.com. We'll check the weather. Tom will look at news on the way. Also, we've got cash to be given away this morning. Be listening for your chance to qualify for the cash. We'll give that cash away on Friday. Text line 877-396-W105. Tom will read half your text. I promise you.
All right. I love it. Tom is dumber than a box of rocks, says the text line. Big Willie. Yeah, B, it is a doc series. Clearly says on the description. And Dylan from Lovington says, yep, me too. It is a doc series. And I wish
documentary series. Right. Thank you.
I wish Dahmer would have eaten Tom's D-U-M-A-S-S, says the texter. And there is a movie called Dahmer, says the next one. So apparently
it's a movie called My Friend Dahmer.
Yes.
But what he's talking about is the Netflix series that is docu-series,
right?
That he is talking about, that he came into the studio to watch. I'm going to disable that today.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I got through all my stuff, and I came in here to do something else.
Yeah, but you're on my account.
Nobody told me. Are you supposed to have your own account in the studio, by the way?
We're sharing my Amazon Prime account.
Well, then I was sharing.
I'll disable it because you shouldn't be watching
it. Anyway.
You cheap bastard. Get your own damn internet.
By the way, I did away with my satellite. I'll tell you why. Okay. I got, 890 channels. I only view 14
who needs movies when you make your own? I'm just saying.
So I was paying a little bit over $90. I thought, that's way too much. So I did away with it. Now I have no TV to watch. But that's okay, because that tells me that there are more important things in life than watching the documentary series of Dahmer or any other that crap on TV.
No, you just broke. That's the... let's be honest with each other.
I am not broke.
Let's be honest with each other. But, I'm just saying, I don't know why anybody would pay for cable nowadays.
Oh, I don't pay cable. Satellite.
Same thing, Tom.
So, but I wish you could customize your own, programming.
I just want to watch the Hallmark Channel.
And wrestling. I missed wrestling last night.
And I pay $152 a year.
And I heard there was a good game.
8,000 channels, pay-per-view fights. I've never missed a ball game, and so on and so forth. $150 a year.
But then in my RV complex, there's not any Wi-Fi available.
Buy your own. Oh, imagine that, having to buy your own. Oh, my Lord.
And David and TJ on the text this time will be eating in restaurants with TVs now.
No doubt. That's why he's here at the station, camping out.
Yeah.
On the way, Hunter Biden's news cycle exposed the latest failed progressive narrative push by the media. We'll talk about that. Looks like ICE. How many smartphones have we given away? Look, if you can barely afford your phone, rest assured that the illegals coming across the border have been giving smartphones. I'll talk about that coming up this morning. And a police chief in Texas arrested. You're not going to believe this story. I've never heard of Oak Ridge, Texas, but I'll tell you what the police chief did. And Hollis Daniels, accused of murdering a police officer on Texas Tech campus. His trial started yesterday.
Mm.
We'll talk about that. And a man arrested took a 130-mile joyride and a semi-truck, in the back of a semi-truck. I'll touch on that story coming up next. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Over 1,000 guns in stock, handguns, rifles, shotguns. They've got them all. Trade in your old gun to get a better gun. Maybe you're trying to get rid of some of your guns. They will buy your guns. Go in there and talk to them. Zia Guns, 1907 North Main, Roswell. And, of course, stop in. They've got a great staff. They've been around for 35-plus years. Of course, they've got your ammo, your guns. And, ladies, if you've been thinking about getting a gun for personal protection, go in there and talk to them. They also have non-lethal personal protection. I kind of like the lethal. I mean, if I'm going to have to disarm somebody and shoot them, I want to make sure that they're down for the count. They're not getting up and kill me or my family. Zia Guns, check them out today. 1907 North Main, always closed on Saturday, open on Sunday. Sunny today, up to about 79, 56 tonight, 79 coming up tomorrow. Much of the same for Thursday and Friday. I see no more rain in sight. We were supposed to get rain last night.
Not a drop.
I didn't see any rain last night. All right, we're also going to get the things that happened on this date in history. Wrap up the text, Tom.
All right, Tom, you're not as dumb as all people think they are. They're just haters, and they're keyboard warriors.
I will debate you on that. I will debate you on that every day.
Well, yeah, people met me at the fair the other day, and they said, wow, he's a pretty intelligent fella.
Nobody in their life has said anything like that.
Well, that's what I heard. And Joe Biden spent $265,000, $250 million of taxpayer money, as I get back to that text. And why don't we let's debate Kevin for a moment, says the text line. What are you going to debate him on? Well,
let's go.
Several
Brandon.
subjects. He ain't going to back away from it, I'll tell you that much. And Thomas always says, the texter, this is another about eating at restaurants. I see him there all the time. You know what, guys? I don't do that anymore.
He's on a diet. Damn.
Yeah. And now he watches free TV at work, asks the texter. Not really. I rarely watch TV here at the station. Very rarely. What can I tell you? You know, if Dahmer would have taken one bite out of Tom,
He just spit him out.
He would have spit him out, says the text line.
He'd have went.
And one more. Is it
Too much grease.
Is there a movie called Tom and Dahmer? Says the text. B.
Dahmer was going to kill you. Jeffrey Dahmer was going to kill you.
He was a crazy dude, man.
But then he went, damn, that's a lot of body to dispose of. I don't think I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. All right, National Anthem and the Pledge coming up next. Also, things that happened on this date in history. We're going to qualify you for some cash on the way. Our number, 877-396-W105. You can call or text. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Platinum Auto Service out of Carlsbad. Give them a call. They're under new ownership and management. 575-689-6900. They have cleared out the parking lot. They have a short wait time and fast service. If you need brakes, tires, AC service, need alignment, maybe you're trying to get your off-road vehicle ready to go. You would do the work, but you just ain't got time. Well, they can do the lift kits and the leveling kits and the bumper grill guards and fuel cells. They can do all of that type of stuff. Skid guards, looking for rims, they can take care of all of that. And they will service fleets. So if you got a fleet of trucks or cars and you need maintenance, they can take care of that. They do preventative maintenance, diagnostic work. Schedule that maintenance service right now. Get in touch with them. Financing is available if you need it. 575-689-6900. Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 5. Platinum Auto Services. Get in touch with them today. Based out of Carlsbad. They would love to chat with you. We're coming back. Got a lot of things to talk about. 7:13. We're being the Breakfast Club on W105. National Anthem and the Pledge. being brought to you by Rebecca Long, your farmer's insurance agent. If you're in Eddy County, Chaves County, or Lee County, she could take care of all your insurance needs. She's based out of Lee County, but she could take care of everybody's needs. Look, everything is done electronically nowadays. She can take care of all your insurance needs. And it's your way of saying, hey, thank you for sponsoring the national anthem and the pledge. Give her a call, 575-393-2661. She could take care of your commercial insurance, your life insurance, home, auto, boat, RTVs, anything recreational she can put insurance on. Get in touch with her today. 575-393-2661. Rebecca Long, she's your farmer's insurance agent, proud sponsor of the Pledge of Allegiance and our national anthem on W105. It's already 7:14.
Good morning. My name is Jack Zeeble. Time for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so streaming, and the rockets rock the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
7:16. God bless America. God bless you. Lord's Prayer this morning being brought to you by Judah Oil.
From James 4, and it says, submit yourselves to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
This is Mike Welsh with Judah Oil. Can you join us in the Lord's Prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven,
Our Father, who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come,
thy will be done,
thy will be done,
on earth as it is in heaven.
on earth as it is on heaven.
Give us this day our
Give
daily
us
bread,
this day our daily bread,
and forgive us
and forgive us,
our trespasses, and we forgive those who trespass against us.
and forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not to temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
Amen.
Amen.
7:16. We are on the Breakfast Club. Quick check of the weather this morning being brought to you by our buddies at Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're driving on 128 this morning, running low on fuel, exit on Buck Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles, and they will save today. It's a covered area, nicely built. It's large. They can accommodate you with all your needs when it comes to unleaded, green diesel, red diesel, DEF products, and more. And they do accept debit cards, fleet cards, and credit cards. Next time you're running on 128, running low on fuel, exit on Buck Jackson Road, head to the Twin Wells Fuel Station, and let them saved the day. 79 for the high. Should become sunny. There's fog out there right now. Slow down.
Yes.
56 tonight. 79 tomorrow, and much of the same for the rest of the week. 7:18. We're going to take a break, get updated with news, qualify folks. News this morning being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm. Luke Ragsdale is your guy. Based out of Roswell, serving all of Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. Settling cases, big cases out in the past. Settled one case for over $10 million. Medical malpractice, over $9 million. And if you've been involved in an accident, Luke Ragsdale is your guy. Give him a call today. You know, a lot of times you think, well, this case isn't big enough for Luke Ragsdale. He can handle all cases. And if you have been involved and gotten yourself in a criminal matter, need somebody to defend you, Luke is your guy. RagsdaleLawFirm.com or give him a call, 575-208-5300. Tom and News up next. First, though, we've got to qualify, folks. 7:19 on W105.
Demented Customs in Hobbs presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money.
And I want it now.
Call in now to win.
I'm Tom A. Reese with MTD Radio News, in charge of Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. There was no threat to the public after an air monitor alarm to detect radiation went off early Monday morning at the waste isolation pilot plant just outside of Carlsbad, that according to WIP officials. However, employees at the plant were ordered temporarily to stay inside, although no radiological release was reported outside of the section of the site where waste is prepared for disposal. Once the all-clear was given, the order for employees to stay inside was lifted around 8:30 a.m. An investigation is underway as to why those alarms were activated. Chaves County Undersheriff Charles Islas on Monday identified 30-year-old Enrique Plasencia Jr. as the man who was found dead Wednesday, October 5th, on the edge of a field in the area of East Hobson and Omaha Roads in Chaves County. As of Monday, 5 persons of interest have been interviewed in this case, but they have not been detained.
One of the best tools that we have found is obviously Facebook, because, you know, it's one of those things where everybody wants their 15 minutes of fame unless the cops are looking for you. On a couple of those individuals, we had people call in and tell us where they were, and we went and picked them up and interviewed them. We had the other ones actually just walk in and say, hey, if I walk in, would you take me off Facebook?
The investigation is ongoing. The Lovington Fire Department will be conducting tests on emergency warning systems on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Siren locations are at the corner of Gum and 3rd Street, the corner of West Van Buren and 8th Street, and between Avenue K and Avenue J on 7th Street. And this is just a test conducted by the Lovington Fire Department. In charge of the news for Southeast New Mexico and West Texas, I'm Tom A. Reese.
Authorized and paid for by the New Mexico Justice Project.
Hey, hon, have you seen all this Elaine Allen stuff?
Oh, no. I've been meaning to warn you about that whole thing. She is not who she says she is.
Really?
Yeah, she's no conservative. Not at all. In fact, she was the only Lincoln County Commissioner to vote against the Second Amendment resolution.
What? She voted against protecting our gun rights?
Yep, she sure did. Elaine Allen voted no on protecting the Second Amendment.
Well, never mind then. I'm out. No way I'm voting for her. Who's her opponent?
A very conservative Republican named Harlan Vincent, and the National Rifle Association has already endorsed him.
Yeah, I bet they have, and for good reason. She would be just one more vote for Lujan Grisham's anti-gun agenda. We sure don't need her representing us in Santa Fe. The NRA has endorsed the right candidate in this race, Republican Harlan Vincent. And I'm endorsing Harlan too. Harlan Vincent, conservative Republican for state representative.
This open enrollment season, roll with a dental plan that gives you the smile power you need to manage any mishap. When you need to return a shirt, but the return clerk looks like a tough customer. When you're in the 10 items or less line with 11 items or more. You need the nation's largest network of smile-defending dentists to protect your healthy grin so you can unleash your smile power. Unleash your smile power with Delta Dental of New Mexico.
The new iPhone 14 Pro is here with the most advanced iPhone display ever, and the place to get it is at T-Mobile. Now you can take your iPhone beyond with coverage that goes beyond.
You're really having fun over there. Have you been streaming Ted Lasso this whole time?
Yeah, I got the new iPhone 14 Pro at T-Mobile, and Apple TV Plus is included with our plan. It has an amazing display, so all the shows look fantastic.
Nice, but we're almost to the airport. You better download the rest of it.
No need. T-Mobile's got me covered with unlimited in-flight Wi-Fi, so I can stream all flight long. I'm catching up in the morning show next.
I'm going to make a quick stop.
Wait, where are we going?
I'm going to T-Mobile.
Switch to T-Mobile and get the new iPhone 14 Pro on us with eligible trade-in on the Magenta Max plan. With nationwide coverage and Apple TV Plus included, take your iPhone experience beyond with T-Mobile.
With 24 monthly bill credits plus tax for well-qualified customers. Contact us before canceling service to continue remaining bill credits or credit stop and balance on required finance agreement is due. Apple TV Plus on us up to $499 value. In-flight Wi-Fi on select U.S. airlines were available. See T-Mobile.com for details.
This is Davis Smith, the Gorilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
Hey everyone, this is Daniel Bellis at Carlsbad Chevrolet. I want you guys to relax a little bit. I want you to lean back and I'm going to hypnotize you. We're going to buy your vehicles at Carlsbad Chevrolet. We're going to give you top dollar at Carlsbad Chevrolet to buy your vehicles. Now wake up and bring me your dang car. What's really going on? Bring your cars. You need to get rid of them. I need more. I'm ready to pay you top dollar like I pay the auctions. We need to supplement these new cars that are not coming, and we need them now. That's right here at Carlsbad Chevrolet, period.
I'm Tom A. Reese.
And I'm Kevin B. from B on the Breakfast Club.
New Mexico House Republicans support the working men and women of New Mexico.
NMHRCC strongly supports the energy industry and the thousands of hardworking people that make energy decisions every day.
The industry is under attack today by environmental extremists and progressive Democrats in Santa Fe that want to destroy your jobs and your family's security and future.
The New Mexico House of Republicans, led by Jim Towson, are fighting to protect the industry and your jobs. But we need your help. We are raising money to protect and elect candidates that support you, your family, and your company.
Would you please help us? Would you please send us a financial contribution so that we can fight for you? Let's get more people to Santa Fe to help Jim Townsend protect our industry. Today, we're asking you for your help. Please, let's not let the industry be ruined by the left-wing extreme.
Join the fight to elect more Republicans in New Mexico. Donate today at NMHRCC.org. That's NMHRCC.org. Paid for by the NMHRCC. Hobbs and surrounding areas. 505 Productions is back this weekend with their huge gun and knife show at the Lee County Event Center on the Lovington Highway in Hobbs. This Saturday, October 15th from 9 to 5 and Sunday, October 16th from 10 to 4. Over 100 tables available to shop with guns, knives, ammo, scopes, and other accessories, jewelry, hides, gold and silver, plenty of 2A shirts and merch, and much more. Admission is just $7 per day or $10 for both. Kids 12 and under are free. Don't miss the 505 Productions Gun Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Lee County Event Center on the Lovington Highway in Hobbs.
Hello, friends and neighbors in Lincoln and Otero counties. This is Harlan Vincent, your conservative Republican candidate for state representative for all of Lincoln County, as well as Cloudcroft, High Rose, Mayhill, Weed, Tiburon, Mescalero, Bent, and part of Tularosa. Because I am the conservative in this race, I am proudly endorsed by the NRA and Right to Life. I'll always put God first, focus on your families, and defend the Constitution. This is conservative Republican Harlan Vincent asking for your vote for state representative.
Paid for by the committee to elect Harlan Vincent.
You're waking up with the Morning Misfits.
He's a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys.
Be in the Breakfast Club, being powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and carlsbadchevrolet.com.
You guys put the good in good morning.
Morning, Tom A. Not back in the studio yet, but a lot of college coaches getting fired already, and looks like former Baylor head coach Matt Rhule, who I think will be the next coach at Nebraska, fired last night. More on that.
Get a new coach. We've lost a few games. He's to blame. The Panther fans have spoke. Had no reason to cheer for 3 years. Only good thing, we can still drink lots of beer.
So Matt Rule fired as the Carolina Panthers coach. Could be the next college coach. I think he's a better college coach than he is.
You're right.
A pro coach. Could be the next coach at Nebraska. That fits the mold for Nebraska.
Nah, I wouldn't say
Even
Nebraska.
though Nebraska is not a big-time program anymore.
Right. How about Arizona State? They fired their coach.
When is the last time Arizona State has done anything?
Been a while.
Oh, okay.
But he's got several options, by the way.
So why wouldn't you? Nebraska's a better job than Arizona State. Pay-wise?
Mm-hmm. Wisconsin's job is open, too, remember?
Wisconsin doesn't pay either. I mean, if you're you're coming back from an NFL career, you've got to be looking at money. Things that happen on this date in history on the way will qualify more people for cash. George Strait concert tickets. Be listening for your chance to win. New polling numbers reveal 6 in 10 Americans credit a celebrity role model for getting them through tough times. Meanwhile, the other 4 out of 10 are going through some tough times because they listen to celebrities.
Call me anytime.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you're doing so well. 69% say they're more likely to respond positively to a celebrity when they're in a struggling situation. So if your son is smoking crack and hanging out with hookers, you could be responding positively to Joe Biden. After a latest string of blunders, where's Karen? Where is Karen? Jobs, a 2-letter word. 80-year-old Joe Biden's mental state. People that think that he's got issues has jumped from 59% to 64%. 64% of Americans believe that Joe Biden's got some mental problems.
I believe it.
Let's just say it this way. Anybody that is endorsing Joe Biden at this point, it just depends.
You're in trouble.
It depends because he's wearing Depends. And, John, thanks for the video that you sent me last night about Biden's pants. It's because of the Depends. Prime early access sale is off and running through tomorrow. People are on there buying stuff up. I haven't even looked. And Twitter and Instagram have locked Kanye West's accounts after he made some anti-Semitic messages. And auction on Sunday. Baseball card. What is the number one baseball card? Number one baseball card that's worth the most money?
I would say Joe Judge right now of the Yankees.
Wagner.
Really?
Yeah.
Honus Wagner?
Yeah, Honus Wagner's card sold for $3.7 million at auction. It is estimated that there are up to 60 of those cards left in the world.
Now, what did he ever do?
Played Major League Baseball.
I know, but what was he significant for that kind of money?
I don't know, but back in August, one of his cards sold for $7.3 million.
He must have done
so this
good.
card was not in as great a condition as the others.
Right.
So it only sold for $3.7 million. You know, I had some great baseball cards. Unfortunately, they all ended up in the spokes of my bike. So I could make that that noise. Former Trump White House aide said Cassidy Hutchinson has agreed to cooperate with investigations into the Georgia presidential election. And gas prices expected to rise. AAA Automotive Organization warning yesterday that OPEC's decision last week to reduce production could create gas prices rising. If you've been noticing, average gas price today is $3.91. Most expensive gas in California, because they deserve to pay more, $6.33. Mississippi has the cheapest gas, $3.26 per gallon. All right, yesterday, the governor of New Mexico cleaning up history. Of course, it was Columbus Day, Indigenous People Day. And she decided she was going to rewrite history. We're going to clean things up. So she went on to talk about, but we can work together to heal the old wounds and build stronger bonds between us. talking about the egregious things that some New Mexico governors have done in the past. So she erased history with a proclamation racing that John Calhoun, who was part of the Whig Party and was the first territorial governor of New Mexico, and he did some terrible things. So they rewrote history. He's done.
Can't wait to erase you, Michelle.
And Robert Mitchell of the Democrat. Oh, she canceled out a Democrat. And, of course, William Pyle, another governor of New Mexico, erased him. She went on to say that Calhoun directed Native residents to be excluded from the official census counts. And then she went on to say the other ones had committed violence against tribal citizens. So she is already, look, good or bad, we cannot erase history. Look, slavery was a terrible thing. We can't erase history. The only thing that we can do is learn from history.
Yes.
And if you do not learn from history, it will repeat itself.
Bite you in the booty.
And so a couple things come to mind about repeating itself. Number one, the Tea Party.
Oh, yeah.
Civil War comes to mind. If you do not learn from your lessons, it will repeat. No, that's not a threat. I'm just saying, learn from history. Text line open, 877-396-W105.
Hey, on the Carolina Panthers, they still owe Matt Rue $41 million.
Now, I wonder if it's in his contract if he goes to work.
If he goes to work for another college team?
No, I bet it's an NFL team.
Yeah, he'll lose that money. So take a year off, buddy. Enjoy that.
No, I'd take a lifetime off.
Yeah, because, here's who's got some, even though he's in his first year, if he doesn't produce any more wins than 6, he's out at LSU. Chip Kelly.
Chip Kelly ain't going nowhere. And first of all, his name ain't Chip.
What is it? Joe Kelly? What is it?
If you're going to bring up somebody, at least know their damn name.
Well, I could have said Coach Kelly. But, they got rid of what's his name? He won the national championship.
And then it all went to hell. Tom, he was actually having sex with people in the office at work. I know you got a company phone and you're doing your own thing and OnlyFans, but it's not appropriate. He was doing things that were detrimental to the university.
Mm-hmm.
Coach O was.
Yeah.
And he wasn't a good coach. LSU predominantly gets great talent.
Well, they get great athletes. You're right.
So
wait, man, just wait a year, dude. What's the rush?
So nobody's getting fired. He's got 3 years.
Yeah.
And in 3 years, I think he can.
Well, that Notre Dame coach, if he don't get his.
He won on Sunday.
Oh, did they win?
On Saturday.
Notre Dame won?
Yeah, he won on Saturday.
Yeah, but you want a coach like Matt Rule. 11-3 at Baylor's last year took him to a bowl game.
Yeah, because when I look at programs, Baylor is the benchmark. You're 100% right. I mean, I see Baylor winning Big 12 championships and national championship, 100 years, right?
Well, they were coming off a sex scandal, too, remember?
Oh, my God.
Took them there.
Yeah. Matt Rule is the guy. I mean, he took Baylor.
Right.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Hey, on another text on Sharon Osbourne, are y'all surprised that she is a Fox contributor? I mean, it's all about Trump and them liberals on The View, says the texter. Screwed her. So she joined Fox as 90% of them are Republican, says the text this morning.
Yeah, but, I mean, what exactly does she bring to the table?
Well, she is Sharon. She is related to Sharon.
But the point is, what does she bring to the table? So she used to clean up Ozzy Osbourne's dog poop. I mean, what else?
Well, she's famous for being her husband.
Well, congratulations for riding that coattail.
All right. And B, Papa Top says, how about them Tennessee Volunteers?
Tennessee looking good, brother. I hope they beat Alabama. I do hope they look. And look, my expectations of LSU are not real high.
Yeah.
So, 2-3 years from now, yeah. I'm not going to cry about the loss.
They need to dump that quarterback.
Yeah, well, that's Coach Kelly.
Right. And you know, Tom, the only reason why you're still employed is because B and Will don't want to see you living under a bridge. So please.
Well, we do get that tax
dang
deduction
job.
for hiring the handicap.
Oh, by the way, the dude from Lovington says Hogness Wagner won the National League batting title.
Thank you.
8 times, says the texter, which is the record. He was one of the first 5 members of the baseball.
There you go, Tom.
Hall
You
of Fame.
asked what he did.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
All right. I got a story. If this doesn't tick you off, I don't know if you're a real American. If this does not tick you off, I really don't know if you're a real American. I'll get to that next. Wrap up the text, Tom. Things that happen on this date in history up next.
All right. How about them Longhorns this weekend?
They
says,
look good, but I don't think they're there yet.
And another text person says, B bashes Tom for using the wrong name when he's been calling the Congresswoman who died Karen for a week. Her name was Jackie.
Oh, Jackie, you're right.
Says, text apparently you got it wrong for a while, buddy.
Hey, I got the remnants of pain pills in my system today.
You remember the remnants of that hurricane I told you? We got all that rain last week, too, didn't
Yeah, we sure did. Yeah, Tom, you're 100% right.
You know, hey, guys, didn't get a chance to catch the Hobbs game last Friday. I know they lost, but it was a good game. It definitely was. We'll have those reports coming up on our sports reports coming up throughout the week.
Oh, I can't wait.
Tune
Tom.
into those.
Thank you.
And Papa Top says, they just really suck.
Oh, I mean, you want to talk about a team that's going a spiral.
Right.
I mean, Texas A&M almost beat Alabama.
That's a messy game,
I think Tennessee will beat Alabama. All right, things that happened on this date in history be brought to you by the Hobbs Airfield Speedway. Get in touch with our buddy Jamal today, 575-631-5099. Limpy is going to be back with the Flashlight Cash Days going on at the Hobbs Airfield Speedway. Put your money up and run your car, not your mouth, at the Hobbs Airfield Speedway, November 4th and 5th. They're going to have the no prep races and 5 different categories. Flashlight Cast Days returning to the Hobbs Airfield Speedway. Need information? Follow them on Facebook. And don't forget, they've got big races coming up next weekend. So October 14th and 14th, they've got the TNT Grudge races. Also on the 28th, the TNT Grudge races. And the big races, the 4th and the 5th. If you need more information, go to the Hobbs Airfield Speedway on Facebook. Baltimore, the city of Baltimore, founded on this date in 1713. Thomas Edison filed the first patent for his invention of the vote recorder.
Really?
In 1868. That went on to be called the Dominion software. The Theodore Roosevelt became the first president to fly in 1910. Fiberglass was patented on this date. Back in the day, they called it glass wool.
Because it was made out of wool.
And the pygmy hippos, born in captivity at the Brooklyn Zoo, Brookfield Zoo in Chicago, and 1968. Cardi B is 30 years old. That thing is getting a little... golfer Michelle Wie is 33 years old.
Really? Already? Wow.
MC Light is 52. Rodeo champion Ty Murray is 53 years old. 5-time rodeo champion.
And is he still married to Jewel?
I have no idea, Tom.
Married her a while back.
And birthday wish going out to Joan Cusack, 60 years old.
I can't believe she's
today. 60. And ever notice how she looks a lot like John Cusack?
They are brother and sister, by the way.
Daryl Hall of Daryl Hall and John Oates, Hall & Oates fame, is 76 years old. Name one song by Hall & Oates, Tom.
I will. Sarah, smile.
Oh, he got it. He got it right. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
He got it right.
One other one?
No.
Oh. Gee whiz. You say I'd bring nothing to the table. I can get all them.
Tom scores one.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, text line, then we're going to come back with the most infuriating story of the day.
Ooh.
We're giving away money like it's not your money. Okay.
And the text says, and there is where the confusion lies, that Biden supporters think that he has 64% approval rating.
Well, no, the 64% of people believe that he's got some mental cognitive problems.
Yep.
So that's going up from 59% to 64% over the last couple months.
And text says, very bad fog in Hobbs. Please turn your lights on. And now, when I was taking names for the qualifiers for the W105 cash, one of our texters says, or one of our callers said, it's heavy fog too in Roswell.
Yeah, and I went outside just a second ago, and the fog in Lovington is not as bad as it was yesterday, but I'm sure there's patchy fog across the region.
It's bad. So y'all be careful out there. Who's dumber, Tom or B, for putting up with each other? Ask the texter.
I'm a glutton for punishment, no doubt.
For it. I love it, though. This is my element right here, baby. Hey, Walker from Roswell said,
"Oh, my element. I'm a dumbass."
I didn't say you were a smart feller, Tom A. I said you are a feller who likes to smell farts.
He's the feller.
I am not.
He's the smeller.
Hey, crop duster. And Tom can watch TV when you fall asleep anyway, so why is he watching TV here? Ask the text. Well, I wasn't going to watch TV. I'm over it.
I mean, I could fall asleep on my own.
Yeah, and he goes on to say he could fall asleep after 2 minutes. No. By the way, am I driving to Roswell Saturday?
Tom, we've had this discussion.
You're not going to ride with me?
Why would I ride in your smelly car
It
that
ain't smelly.
smells like butt and feet?
Smeller is the feller.
And I'm staying in Roswell.
Oh, you are? Okay. So I'll just follow you then. How about that?
It's like talking to my mother. I had that discussion with you yesterday.
What did you tell your mom anyway?
No. It's like talking to my mother. I had that discussion yesterday with you. You and Joe Biden really need to go to the doctor.
Nah, you said, hey, we're going to take your car.
No, that's not what I said. Oh, my Lord. Oh! Can you just do one thing?
What?
Read the text.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about that. You said yesterday, and just read the text.
All right. Papa Top says Tom did better than OU. Tom won, OU 0. Says the text. And Buddy says Tom probably fell asleep shopping for his LA Gear shoes.
Can you sit down and try these on, sir? He took off his shoes. Holy cow. No, this is all on you.
No, but, if I didn't have to buy them, I wouldn't have. But my shoes got wet last week. Now, they did smell like shoes. B. There you go. B.
Are you trying to kill me?
Yeah.
Evidently. All right, morning show this morning being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. They've got everything from the farm and ranch. Looking for Western wear, they've got that. Looking for feed for your animals, they're the certified Purina dealer. Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Find them in Roswell. You can also find them in Capitan at the Lincoln County Mercantile. Congratulations. We have stepped up the effort giving away these Biden phones. We really have stepped up the effort. Congratulations. Federal government is going to tax you to death.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we can give away more smartphones and tablets. ICE issued 555,000 smartphones at the border. We keep giving stuff away at the border. Free health care, free care, free this, free smartphones. They'll keep coming. It's like a shark in the water that has been chummed. They can smell the free stuff.
Right.
They will not stop coming. Yesterday, I did the story about we're going to give $500,000 to the parents of kids that died on the trek across the border.
Dumb.
Your tax dollars are going to pay for that. And then this morning, I see that ICE gave out 555,000 smartphones to illegal border crossers. Majority of the phones went to single male adults.
Dang, dude.
Where's your smartphone?
Let me ask you this.
Oh, wait, you pay for it.
You talked about them giving away smartphones, but who pays for their provider service?
Tom, the government. Each month, it's reoccurring.
No, but once they take their phone and go across the river, what? I mean, do they call Verizon or one of the others? Hey, I
it
need
has
service.
a service connected to it. It's never ending.
Oh, just saying.
Thanks for trying.
Yeah.
Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
What's really going on?
About to kill Tom this morning, but other than that, nothing.
I had to call and just, tell you, B, how about them Cowboys? You know what I mean? Just to.
The Cowboys? Yeah, well, I got to admit, I don't know if they won this weekend or not.
They did. They're 4-1 on the year.
Oh, come on. You know.
Oh, no, serious. I didn't even notice that they won or not.
One of my buddies was like, man, you got to be kidding me. That was not a good play. And I was like, aren't your Eagles playing? And he's like, yeah. And he goes, well, I got both TVs going. I said, why? And he goes, because, we play on next week. And I was like, what are you going to do? Call the coach and tell him what the hell we're doing?
Hey, let me ask you this much. I mean, the way that quarterback's playing.
Right.
Dak Prescott probably ain't going to get his starting job back. I wouldn't give it back to him.
I would. I mean, did you see the video on his thumb?
That guy's running the program. He's a program quarterback. He's not changing the play every freaking time because he's being selfish. And, in Dak's there, he changed the play so much that we only run like 6 times. This guy's 50-50 almost all the way through. He's just letting the workflow, he's just doing what they say and going with the game plan, which is usually what you're supposed to do.
He reminds me a lot of Danny White.
Unless you're Tom Brady, which Tom Brady is still a program quarterback.
Right. How much money is this kid getting paid?
$385,000.
No,
that's it.
There you go.
Is that it? Because the mini is more than that.
Nope, that's it.
The minimum.
Not even $1 million.
I mean, even a practice squad player makes.
I think the minimum is like 175. B.
Could be 175.
I'm going to look that up while we talk.
He's playing par. I mean, that's a poor man right there.
So I mean, and Dak Prescott is making how much?
$40 million a year.
42 million.
Holy crap! Yeah, the minimum. The minimum salary $705,000.
Wow.
Holy crap!
Yeah, minimum salary $705,000, and practice squad. I knew that because I had a buddy of mine that was on the practice squad, and he was still making. Yeah, practice squad makes $11,500 a week. They make $207,000 a year for 18 weeks of practice.
That's good money, baby.
Just for taking a beating, huh?
Yeah, just getting up there and taking a beating. So, yeah.
Well, listen, I did want to let everybody know out there that we do have a pretty cool sale going on at Carlsbad Chevrolet right now. And if you got a message, good for you. You already got the coupon. But if not, you heard it here on 105. That would be the only other place that we're distributing that. And that's $500 worth of accessories when you make a purchase this month. And also $100 gets donated to the Cancer Society on your behalf. Nice. So it's pretty cool. We're doing that right now. And $500 in accessories is pretty awesome because you can turn around and put a spray and bed liner or whatever other, fender liners or steps or whatever the heck you want on there after you buy. So that's something we got going on right now at Carlsbad Chevrolet, right over here under the Great American Flag in Carlsbad, New Mexico.
Hey, Daniel, you still buying the pre-owned cars? Somebody's got one sitting around in the drive?
We are, man. I mean, those things, that's something that we're never going to stop because it's probably one of the best, ways to do it anyway, because you avoid transportation fees, all those extra fees that occur.
Right.
And then you're able to give people better savings. So, I mean, it's just one of the best ways to acquire vehicles, and that's what we're going to continue to do, is continue to buy them. So if anybody's in the market, they want to put it online, you want to go through all that fun stuff of, allowing people to go to your house and look at your vehicle and kick tires and then just, I'll get back with you. It's like,
Yeah.
Just let us do all that work for you, man. Just
And then canvass your house and come back and steal everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not fun.
That's one of the things that I'm against, man. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'd rather not, so, I mean, just, you can get us involved. We'll make you a fair deal on it. And, it's one of the best things, the simplest ways to do it. And then also, if you have a balance on there, we can, let's say we give you $20,000 for it and you owe 17 on it. Well, we'll pay that off for you, and as soon as we get the title from the bank, we'll cut you a check for the difference. I mean, you still make money even though you owe money on it. So there's a lot of different ways, to do this thing, and just come by, bring it, and you never know what you can end up with.
There you go. Daniel at Carlsbad Chevy. Stop by and see him today. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, you want me to say it for you? I'll say it for you. Go Cowboys.
Let's go. Later, brother.
Take it easy. 7:54 morning show being brought to you by Roadrunner Grill. If you're in Artesia, stop in and check them out for breakfast this morning. They are cooking up. They start cooking breakfast up. They open the doors at 6 a.m. every morning. Want breakfast for everybody in the office? That's not a problem. They can accommodate that. Just call in advance. 575-748-3324. Want them to cater your next big event. Maybe you're planning Christmas parties and that type of stuff. That number is 748-3324. Roadrunner Grill inside the Best Western Pecos Inn in Artesia. Looks like a police chief in Texas, little town of Oak Ridge, Texas.
I've seen that one.
So Oak Ridge is close to Dallas-Fort Worth.
Yep.
And the police chief of Oak Ridge, Texas, arrested, charged with soliciting prostitution from a minor.
Get out.
Thomas Peoples, 55, was a police chief in Oak Ridge, Texas, was arrested in Arlington, Texas, charged with solicitation of a prostitute under the age of 18. Oak Ridge is about 35 miles southeast of Dallas. Police in Arlington say a juvenile reported the incident involving the former police chief, now former police chief, and he was arrested. And, by the way, he has been fired from his position, is no longer chief of police. And the Hollis Daniels case, where Daniels is accused of murdering a police officer on the campus of Texas Tech, his trial began yesterday, and we'll try to keep you abreast of all that information. Court records reveal that Daniels stole a gun, concealed at the time, and ended up killing a police officer on the campus of Texas Tech.
And Clinton from the Patch, Tom, the only thing you bring to the table is a belly and your appetite, says Clinton from the Patch. Darn
That's
right.
a big appetite.
And I'm darn proud of it, too. And there's a lot of road rage in Carlsbad this morning. One of the text lines are asking. Don't know, haven't heard anything yet, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Hey, by the way, early voting in Hobbs starts.
We'll see what happened.
Yeah, starts in October 26th, but I thought it started today, B. Early voting. Today's the October the 11th, right? But anyway, Rebecca says it starts in October the 22nd. Okay.
Thank you for keeping us straight.
Yeah. And morning, gentlemen, says one of the text lines, I gotta have a rant this morning, he says, or she says, and that is, Carlsbad City employees told me that the company truck's no longer allowed to dispose trash. So what I do with my trash now? Toss it up on the road? I mean, there is enough trash on the roadways now. I can properly dispose my trash, but I have a company truck here in Carlsbad. Apparently disgusted about that. We'll check on that, see how true that is. B? And you look at me like, hello.
All right, you got a call. We're coming back. We're going to do the boob of the day. I think you've been listening to him. We'll get to that coming up next. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
It's me again. I got a question for you, Kevin.
Sure.
What do you think about parrots?
Perks?
Would you ever have a parrot?
Well, I got one sitting next to me.
Well, that's what I was getting at. That's you were on the right track because you could get you a parrot and teach it how to talk and say certain things, and then you wouldn't have to listen to Tom's dumbass with his little commentary about stuff that you talk about. And it'd be a whole lot cheaper. You could feed it crackers.
We'll get back to you on that one. From the on the texter, we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
We'll circle back.
The text line says, the texter says.
Yes.
Come on, Tom.
They're listeners, damn it. Why you have to identify them a certain way?
Yeah, and how did you know that was a lady that was talking anyway? That could have been a man.
I did say, I said it could have been a man or lady. I said that.
I didn't hear that.
I mean, they could be non-binary, dang
Wow,
it.
that
Or they could be non-binary.
They could be coming out of the closet like you. And
It is National Come Out of the Closet Day, for sure. Thank you, Bob. 759 KWMW Melgemore, 105.1 FM. Boob of the day this morning being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine Aesthetics. They've got their own medical lab right there in the facility. I haven't talked about, they do these cool IVs.
I've seen them.
If you have issues where you're feeling fatigue or feeling not good, maybe you're just feeling run down, go in there and get one of their IVs that will pump you back up. They do a process that they can take your blood out. They induce the ozone into the blood, and it's got healing factor. So you feel yourself starting to get sick, and you ain't got time to be sick. You go in there and they do that, and it's got a lot of healing agents in that ozone. Same thing goes when they shoot me up with the ozone. I get the ozone in the back, knees, and it's got a lot of healing process. And for me, it lasts 6 to 8 months. Somebody said, well, what's that cost? The cost is, $150. And if it lasts me 6 months, that's so much better than going and getting surgery. They do hormonal optimization, stem cell. Ladies, if you're going through hormonal problems and all of a sudden you notice that you have gained weight, it could be because your hormones are not balanced. Guys, if one day you woke up and you've got man boobs, it could be that your estrogen level is too high and your testosterone level is too low. There are a lot of factors that go along with this. Maybe your libido is, it got up and go. It gone. Go talk to Desert Functional about testosterone. They do a lot of things, and what they do is all to get you feeling better. They're not going to throw a bunch of pills at you. They treat you with herbs and vitamins and treatments. Speaking of treatments, they've got the cryotherapy. Go check that out today. If you're injured and suffering, cryotherapy is the way to go. Check them out today. Proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day. Looks like the Boob of the Day coming from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Man in Green Bay facing up to 10 years in prison, allegedly stealing from his mother who has dementia. According to the criminal complaint, 53-year-old William Dargan has been charged with stealing from his own mother. Man was taking large amounts of money from his mom's bank account. The money allegedly being taken from his mom's bank account using PayPal and getting spent on an Asian dating site called AsianDating.com. By the way, his sister figured it out. He also bought a truck and other things with his mom's money. Spent that stolen money on model trains, dating sites, a truck. Maybe you ought to go to another website called I'mADamnLoser.com using AsianDating.com. That's kind of like, why not OK Stupid? Just asking. Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Check them out today. Tom, and a look at news on the way. We got Fox News still to come. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Camp of the Tall Pines, beautiful Mayhill, New Mexico. Looking for a place to get away. Camp of the Tall Pines is awesome. Go check them out. They would love to show you around. In fact, Scott and Jamie Miller are very, very proud of the improvements they've made up there. They've got the cozy cabins with the gel foam mattresses that they put in every one of the cozy cabins. They've got the glamping tents. They've added additional RV hookups and more. It's open to the public. They've got fishing up there in the ponds, disc golf, mountain biking, high ropes, low ropes. Just a fun place to be and be one with nature. The elk are bugling. You imagine waking up in the morning, sitting outside with a cup of coffee and listening to the elk. Find them on the web at camptallpines.com, on Facebook at campthetallpines.com, or you can just call them 575-687-4101. Start planning and get away to Camp of the Tall Pines, 804.
All right, I'm rereading this text because I think it's very confusing. I just texted Keith Manis on early voting dates. This texter, he said early voting starts in Hobbs on October 22nd. And they also said early voting in Eunice and Jow is on November 4th and 5th. Now, that's a week before the election. That doesn't sound right. And Billy Hobbs, mayor of Eunice, and also Steve Etheridge, the
Do you remember
of,
that early
Jow.
voting in Lovington at the courthouse begins before the outreach? Do you remember that? Oh, I'm sorry. I know you're the news guy. So I'll give you the notable stuff.
Okay, what to say?
You have to request your absentee ballot by November 3rd. Return the ballot by November 8th.
All right, that sounds...
By the way, registration deadline's October 11th. I thought we did elections on the day of the election.
November the 8th.
So
is election day.
I don't know why you'd have to call somebody, because you can go to the website,
right?
Maggie Toulouse-Oliver and the Secretary of State, and look at when the early voting is.
Right. So that's kind of confusing. That's why I texted Keith Manis, our
Tuesday,
county clerk.
October 11th, absentee voting begins.
Yep.
Early voting begins Tuesday, October 11th,
which is today,
at the courthouse, and then in other places they'll do at other locations on October 22nd.
Right.
So
and Hobbs supposedly
that website is pretty. I mean, it's pretty helpful.
Yeah. But I'll get Keith. Hopefully, he'll give me a text back, and we'll straighten this out.
I just told you. I got it right from the. Who do you think Keith works for?
Us.
But he's got to follow the directions of the Secretary of State.
Right.
I just gave you the stuff off the Secretary. Do whatever you want.
But does Mary Toulouse-Oliver ever talk to us down here?
Oh,
no.
My dear Lord, please help me. Morning, how you doing? Where you call it? Can you help me, please?
Oh, my gosh. This is Rebecca Long.
Thank you,
I
Rebecca.
definitely want to help
Hi,
clear up
Rebecca.
what the heck Tom is doing.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I'm the one that texted that in this morning, Tom. So early voting starts today in Lovington at the courthouse.
Right.
Yes, we knew
It
that.
always starts earlier there.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah, we knew that.
Okay. And then early voting in Hobbs at all the different locations in Hobbs starts on October the 22nd.
Thank you.
If you're going to be voting down in Jow and Eunice, that is on, November 4th and 5th. And then, of course, everybody can vote on Election Day, which is November the 8th.
Well, my question is, Rebecca, why only a week in Eunice and Loving?
Population is smaller down there. You got most of your population center, and you don't want to overload everybody on election day. Obviously, this year we would love to. Please, I hope there's lines a mile long every day of early voting and election day.
Yep.
But it's just the makeup of the population down there.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, because Tom confuses himself. I'm trying to be
sure.
I'm trying to be nice, but he confuses
I'm
himself.
glad she straightened me out. Thank you, Rebecca. That's very nice.
My text was very clear, so good. I'm glad we've got it straight now. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all, and you know how important it is for us to get everybody out to vote.
We need to get out. Everybody needs to get out and vote. That's for sure.
Everybody.
Yes.
So.
And I was talking to Jim Townsend last night. I told him I was going to call into the radio station and alert everybody, please start voting today if you're anywhere in the Lovington area. Oh, one other thing. You know, if you live in Unison Jowl or Mill and Sand, Maljamar, you can vote at any location. So anybody can vote starting today up at the Lovington Courthouse in the basement.
So they if you're from Unison Jowl or Tatum or wherever, they can go to the courthouse and vote early.
Absolutely. Everybody in Lee County that's registered can start voting today.
There you go. Thank you, Rebecca, for keeping Tom straight.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
All right.
She sent you a text that was pretty simple.
Well, because I wasn't aware of it. That's why. And I'm not going to admit I was wrong. I'm just going to say that I had my stats.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
What? No.
All three of your chins are shaking this morning.
Thank you, Rebecca.
All right, on the way, we're going to talk about a Marine that is died while New Mexico Marine died while training. Biden promising more money to Ukraine. Texas man buys back his own stolen lawnmower. Can you imagine going on Facebook Marketplace and buying a lawnmower because somebody stole yours, and you go to pick it up and it's your lawnmower? FBI raising flags on elderly fraud. What's the price tag on elderly fraud in America? And a lawsuit.
Millions.
And the Black Lives Matter protest spurs changes and the picketing ordinance in El Paso. We'll talk about those stories coming up this morning. It's 8:10.
I'm Bonehead, says the text line. Sharon Osbourne's legacy is long. You need to watch Fox Nation's The Show, and they'll tell you all about her, says the texter.
What is it? No, serious. Sharon Osbourne. What exactly has she done?
Just a show. Did she have a game show, too, at one time?
No. She had a talk show.
Oh. So I don't know. I mean, I don't watch TV anymore. I don't have
I know,
satellite.
Tom.
No
You've
more.
said it already.
Yeah.
You gave up your cable.
I get my satellite.
So thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Yeah. And another texter is asking about, again, the days that we vote. Starts today, early voting. Anybody in Lee County, if you're a registered voter, can vote at the basement here at the courthouse in Lovington. Okay? Now, the other dates, October 22nd, just to remind you, begin in Hobbs. November 4th and 5th will be in Eunice and in Jowl. Like Rebecca said, I asked her why a week, because it's a small population in those two communities. So there you go. B.
All right, I just looked up Sharon Osbourne, and I really do take offense because, you know, the only reason she's got that job because she married somebody famous. And that takes away from people that could do the jobs. And so January 3rd, she hosted the American Music Awards. January 5th, she did an advertising campaign for a UK supermarket. January 7th, she did the Friday Night Project. Then she hosted the British Awards on 2008. 2009 became a member of The View. And as I look at this, I mean, she really does not have a history of being, she became, she did The Talk in 2011. She managed the Smashing Pumpkins. She does not have the history of being a political advisor.
Yeah.
She stole my job, Tom.
Well, you didn't like what's her name either when she was on
stole
Fox.
my damn job.
You remember?
The only reason she got the job is because her husband's Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, maybe.
Sorry, I'm just throwing it out there.
But you remember who was that African-American woman who's on Fox that you didn't like? With the white hair? Don King afro? What was her name?
You mean the former Democratic National Chairwoman? I don't remember her name.
You didn't like her either.
Well, I didn't like her because why is she on Fox?
She was a
but I guess
liberal.
you got to be fair and balanced. I mean, we got Tom.
Whatever.
8:13 on the way. We've got things, good news of the day and more still to come. Morning show this morning being brought to you by our buddies at Carlsbad Chevy. Check them out today. Text line being brought to you by your Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery. Online at amigo-machinery.com. Go talk to Bill today. Question of the day being brought to you by Napa, Lovington Auto Supply, Avenue D in Lovington. And if you're watching on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, on Twitch, and soon to be on TikTok, please go and follow us on TikTok at Be in the Breakfast Club. And don't forget, Desert Sand Waterwell is bringing you the live stream this morning. DesertSandsNM.com. They can take care of all your water well needs, new water wells, repairing water wells. Mention Be in the Breakfast Club. Get a 10% discount. Wrap up text so we can take a break.
I don't understand, says J.R. DePorto, why they blame Columbus for bringing slaves. These slaves were sold by the African rulers at that time. Blame their own people that sold them, says J.R. this morning. And another texter says, oops, slipped by me again. I'm sorry. I'm out of fresh text. There you go. For the moment.
All right, we got a lot of stories to get to. I'll come right back. We're giving more money to Ukraine. Biden promises more money to Ukraine. We're working on $100 billion that we've given to Ukraine. In the meantime, have you driven our highways and interstates? I'm just saying, the interstate that goes from Albuquerque to Texas, New Mexico side is like a war-torn country. There are potholes where you could fit a tank inside.
All right.
I mean, it's pretty bad.
And
I'd like us to take care of us.
And I'll tell you why, and I'm not going to blame it on them, but I'll tell you why. My tire went out. There was a big old pothole that I didn't see going to Roswell. Now I understand what happened.
I'm just going to say it. Having to take all these detours in Lovington.
Them too.
Some of the worst roads. Hopefully, once we get all this fixed, we get those fixed too.
If Tom was a college football team, says the text, he would be the OU Sooners.
Oh, that's cold right there. That is cold. All right, we're going to take a break. Fox News, Earl Pitts, 16 minutes after 8 o'clock. We're being the Breakfast Club. News this morning being brought to you by WWRV times 3. WWRV has 3 RV parks, 162 RV sites, all with 30 and 50 amps. All utilities included in one price. They are pet-friendly. They are very well lit, and they come with premier internet. Streaming movies and gaming is not going to be a problem there. WWRV times 3.com for more information, based out of Carlsbad, or call them 988-6392. 988-6392. Give them a call today. Fox News checking in. Earl Pitts up next. 17 after 8. We're coming back. Text line open 877-396-W105.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. The midterm elections are 4 weeks from today. In Ohio, a Senate debate between House Democrat Tim Ryan and Republican J.D. Vance.
This is the crowd that J.D. is running around with. The election deniers, the extremists. That's not Ohio.
I find it interesting how preoccupied you are with this at a time when people can't afford groceries, people can't afford to walk down the streets safely.
That debate on News Nation. Closing arguments today in the death penalty trial for Florida school shooter Nicholas Cruz.
Prosecutors spent weeks trying to convince the jury the confessed killer of 17 students and teachers deserves to be sentenced to death. The defense argued his development was stunted by a drug and alcohol abusing mother and that he suffers from fetal alcohol spectrum disorder.
Nicole Insalata with WSVN Miami. Cruz will get the death penalty or life in prison for the shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida in 2018. America's listening to Fox News.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me so mad? I just want to sneak up on a mountain lion and spank him. My little boy Earl Jr. asked me a question the other night. I can't answer it. We was watching the TV and this car commercial come on there, and he said, "Daddy, how come they still got horsepower? People ain't rode horses in years. Shouldn't cars be measured in car power?" Yeah. You can tell my kid his brain don't function normal, but the boy's got a point. There was this commercial. They got a car out there that's got 350 horsepower. Anybody ever hooked up 350 horses to a wagon to see how fast that sucker could go? I mean, when you think about it, the only people should be measuring anything in horsepower be the Amish. Like, I got me a truck, 240 horsepower. I'd like to ask, what kind of horses? Are these wild stallions running free and untamed in the Wild West, or are they broke-down carnival ponies walking around in a little circle under a tent? When you say horsepower, you got to disseminate. First car I ever had was a Pinto. I don't care what they said, that car didn't have no horsepower. A cat with 3 legs had more horsepower than that car. I can't tell you how fast that thing went from 0 to 60, because it never got up to 60. Except maybe that last day I owned it when I went over that cliff. Even then, it seemed a little sluggish on the way down. They say that car had 90 horses under the hood. Yeah, 90 horses sitting there ready for the glue factory. So that's what I would do. I would stop talking about horsepower, cause it don't mean nothing no more. But correct me if I'm wrong. I'm guessing every one of us owned a Pinto or a Vega at one time or the other in their lives, and we remember what it was like. So that would be our benchmark. So you buy some monster 4x4 with a big block engine, V8 Hemi, you could say, this truck's got 5 Vegas under the hood. Or 25 Yugos. Wake up, America! Then my little boy asked me, "Daddy, what's a foot-pound of torque?" Jeez, do I look like Mr. Wizard here or something? I don't know what. I'm Earl Pitts, American.
Hobbs and surrounding areas. 505 Productions is back this weekend with their huge gun and knife show at the Lee County Event Center on the Lovington Highway in Hobbs. This Saturday, October 15th from 9 to 5 and Sunday, October 16th from 10 to 4. Over 100 tables available to shop with guns, knives, ammo, scopes, and other accessories, jewelry, hides, gold and silver, plenty of 2A shirts and merch, and much more. Admission is just $7 per day or $10 for both. Kids 12 and under are free. Don't miss the 505 Productions Gun Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Lee County Event Center on the Lovington Highway in Hobbs.
Authorized and paid for by the New Mexico Justice Project.
Hey, hun, have you seen all this Elaine Allen stuff?
Oh, no. I've been meaning to warn you about that whole thing. She is not who she says she is.
Really?
Yeah, she's no conservative. Not at all. In fact, she was the only Lincoln County Commissioner to vote against the Second Amendment resolution.
What? She voted against protecting our gun rights?
Yep, she sure did. Elaine Allen voted no on protecting the Second Amendment.
Well, never mind then. I'm out. No way I'm voting for her. Who's her opponent?
A very conservative Republican named Harlan Vincent. And the National Rifle Association has already endorsed him.
Yeah, I bet they have, and for good reason. She would be just one more vote for Lujan Grisham's anti-gun agenda. We sure don't need her representing us in Santa Fe. The NRA has endorsed the right candidate in this race, Republican Harlan Vincent. And I'm endorsing Harlan too. Harlan Vincent, conservative Republican for state representative.
CDL drivers, it's time to get rolling with Waste Management.
Listen up. WM is now paying a $2,500 new hire bonus for CDL drivers to fill immediate driving opportunities at our WM site in Hobbs.
Why are drivers making the move to WM?
I've always heard that the trash guys make quite a bit of money.
It's just a good, solid company.
Steady work all year long, weekly paychecks, opportunities for overtime, 120 hours of paid time off, state-of-the-art training, and home every night.
Plus industry-leading benefits like 100% tuition coverage for you and your family, and so much more.
The benefits were great. They're the best I've seen in a long time.
CDL drivers, apply online today at wm.com/careers. That's wm.com/careers. Search driver jobs in Hobbs, New Mexico.
A people first, military friendly, equal opportunity employer.
We are WM.
The time for savings is now at Floors to Go. The holiday season is just around the corner, so why not make your home the perfect place to celebrate? Replace your old floors while saving like never before during our National Flooring Extravaganza sale. We have thousands of flooring choices at amazing prices. Let us help you transform your house into the home of your dreams. Hurry, sale ends October 31st at Floors to Go, 2704 North Del Paso.
It's time for the annual Member Appreciation Day at Lee County Electric Cooperative. Members can go down to their main offices from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. for free fresh grilled burgers, chips, and a drink, plus dessert. Member Appreciation in Lovington is Tuesday, October 11th at the Lee County Electric Community Room. In Tatum, it's Wednesday, October 12th at the Tatum Community Center. And in Plains, Texas, it's Thursday, October 13th at the Plains Community Center. Lee County Electric. Owned by those they serve.
Needing anything smoking related? Lovington Smoke Shop has you covered. Pens, pipes, water pipes, papers, and all your smoking accessories are there. Along with a huge selection of lighters and batteries, everything you need to keep you smoking. Lovington Smoke Shop wants to thank our military vets and police officers and offers those that are serving or have served special discounts. Located at 1016 South Main or call 575-739-1511. Lovington Smoke Shop.
There's Dollar Day specials all this week at Bob's Ridgeway. Stock up and save with Kellogg cereals, the big 24-ounce box, $4 each. Food Club peanut butter, 16-ounce, 2 for $3. Food Club cake mixes, 4 for $3. Craven flavored pizzas, the large ones, $3 each. And Food Club instant oatmeal, the 12-pack, a super buy for just $1. And big meat specials like bone-in pork chops, $1.29 a pound. Choice beef round roast, $3.99 a pound. And those are just a few of the big value specials all this week. It's Dollar Days at Bob's Ridgeway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington, where your grocery dollar always goes farther.
Number one way to wake up in Lovington. We are B and the Breakfast Club. B and the Breakfast Club being powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and carlsbadchevrolet.com.
You guys are absolutely wonderful. Awesome.
Another day in paradise. Already 8:25. Tom and a look at news coming up. Tom, what stories are going to be on?
All right,
that we can count on.
Well, you can count on me. By the way, there's
yeah.
All right. So, WIP officials are investigating as to why an alarm radiation system went off on Monday morning. They haven't figured out that yet, but we'll tell you exactly what happened with the WIP on Monday morning. Also, Travis County officials are now looking for more persons of interest in the homicide case involving a Roswell man. We'll talk with Undersheriff Charles Islas about that coming up. Early voting begins today in in Lovington, and also there's a fire sirens going off tomorrow here in Lovington. We'll tell you what time and where.
All right, Tom. 8:26. Trying to get this TV. Set up so we can see the news again as we're on the air in case something breaks. I can keep people abreast of what is happening. So we'll see if this one works. Maybe. We'll see. All right, our number 877-396-W105. You want to call our text? Looks like a Texas man recently discovered 45 rattlesnakes hidden underneath his home. That's got to be the largest snake collection outside of Washington, D.C. Longest snake was 5 foot long. They named it the Tom Cruise. And Siberian scientists are naming a species of a beetle after the tennis star Novak What's his name?
Novacek.
Anyway, due to its speed, flexibility, and duration. The Golden Globes return to TV January 10th, 2023. Looks like Ricky's going to be the host again. He revealed that he will not be the host, said he's got other things to do, like running his nails over a chalkboard. Right. By the way, that continues to slip as far as the viewership. Not good for the Golden Globes. 38% of households have at least one smartphone device. That's up 2% a year. And by the way, as we're letting people into the country, we're giving them smartphones. And if you don't have a smartphone, I'm sure across Southeast New Mexico, you could find somewhere where you can get the brand new Biden phone.
The Biden phone.
All you have to do is have a Medicare card, and they give it to you. Or a food stamp card, and they give it to you. Serious. Comes with a lifeline supply of data and service. Pretty awesome. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
Hey, good morning, B. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're good.
Good morning.
Can't complain.
All right, all right. Hey, did I just hear you say free healthcare and iPhones at the border and all this other junk?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah. They gave away 500,000 iPhones.
Amazing.
Not iPhones, but smartphones at the border. Yep.
Damn, I can't even afford an iPhone. I like Android better, but I mean, damn. And then not just that, I have to go to Mexico right there across the border to get, to see the doctor because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Because I don't qualify for Medicaid. I don't qualify for any benefits. That's just whole ass backwards, man. What kind of crap is that?
Yeah, look, I'm uninsured at this point in time in my life. And then I see them giving all this away. It's a little backwards. It's a little backwards.
Yeah,
taxpayers get screwed.
Yeah, man. I hope people wake up soon, man, and stop,
you would
thinking
hope
everything is rainbows and ponies and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, you would hope so. And wait, you missed the story I did yesterday. Biden over the weekend said that we're going to give to the kids that died coming across the border. We're going to give each of their family members $500,000 of your tax money.
Wow. And did you just had a story earlier about a mom? She got life in prison for leaving her children at the house.
Yep. Yeah.
The house. What the hell's going on?
Well, yeah, that would be called child abandonment.
They give her $500,000.
Yeah, that would be called child abandonment. But if they do it while crossing the border, they get $500K of our tax dollars.
Mm.
Yeah, man. I just hope people wake up, man, because I'm sick and tired of it, man.
Yeah, people better wake up. Elections have consequences, and we're going through it right now. That's for sure.
Stop paying taxes.
Hey, I appreciate you. Tom, what taxes you pay?
I pay taxes every year. I've never failed to pay my taxes. But after all of this,
damn lie.
Don't you feel that you should stop paying taxes? Let's say we got 380 million.
I'm going to be honest with you. You want me to be honest with you?
Yeah.
I'm going to do my best, and I've never been this way.
Yeah.
I am going to do my best to screw the government out of every tax dollar I can avoid paying. I will. And if you say, well, that's wrong, B. No, because I'm tired of paying.
Right.
I'm tired of paying, and I'm tired of having foreigners get more than we get. I have no insurance. People crossing the border, we're giving them free health care. Where's my free health care? By the time I come back from the Philippines, Tom, I'm going to have all veneers on my teeth. I'm going to look good. Next, they'll give them free veneers.
Right.
38% of households, we talked about that, smart devices. Billionaire Mark Cuban says he's committed to one more season of Shark Tank, and then he will leave that show. He's got other things to do, like yell at the coach of the Dallas Mavericks.
Right.
I mean, that's something. Or make dumb comments. That's the other thing. 5 dead in South Carolina. Authorities in Spartanburg, South Carolina, said yesterday 5 people dead following the shooting. First responders reported to the gunshots on the way. By the way, the 5th person died on the way to the hospital. Autopsies were performed yesterday on the to find out the identities of the victims. They don't even know who these people are. craziness. I saw Beto O'Rourke make a speech yesterday. I saw it on Twitter where he said that gunshot wounds are the number one killers of kids from the age to 5 and 18. I just don't know if that's true. I really don't know if that's true.
Could he prove it?
Probably not. Yeah. Marine recruit from Las Cruces died after he collapsed during training exercises last month, and a statement released. The Marine Corps says PFC Javier Pong became unconscious and unresponsive and while conducting scheduled training at Camp Pendleton in San Diego. 18-year-old died at the Naval Hospital. Pong's obituary said he spent his whole life in Las Cruces, graduated from Mayfield, and then joined the Marine, obtaining his lifelong goal to become a Marine.
There you go.
By the way, no specific reason for him, the cause of death, and so they're waiting to see exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just can't they think they're in shape.
It happens.
Sometimes their heart just gives out.
You know, the son of my business partner is in the Navy now. And she told me the other day that if anything happens to him in his first year, they will pay the family a one-time, I think she said $100,000. Is that right?
Well, I mean, hell, we're giving illegal babies that drown $500,000, and we give our military personnel $100,000.
Yeah.
Oh well, I can see where this is working. I really can.
So,
Biden promises that he's going to give Zelensky more money for advanced air defense systems after a Russian missile attack. Don't worry about it. You guys took care of Hunter. We're going to give you all the money I possibly can. It's the first time in American history where a president dictates how much money we're going to give a foreign country.
Wow.
Usually it goes before Congress, congressional approval.
Poster?
Nah, not anymore. Texas man buys a lawnmower, then discovered that it was his lawnmower. Harris County Sheriff's Office got a call, and Kilgore Police Department got a call. Harrison County, not Harris County. Right. Kilgore, Texas. They arrested Luis Sanchez. Found that he was in possession of a $10,000 Kubota lawnmower. Yeah, a guy sees the lawnmower and says somebody stole his. Stole a 6-foot trailer also, and the weed eaters and the whole works. So the guy sees it on Marketplace, goes to buy it, and realize, oh, wait, it's my stuff. Stealing somebody's lawnmower is awful. But the weed whacker might have been worse. Serious. Posting stolen goods on Facebook Marketplace is dumb. He has been arrested. Wow. Keep up the great work. What's the chances of this guy seeing it on Marketplace and going to buy it back? So the culprit has been arrested. Thanks for all the police work. And the FBI raising red flags on elderly fraud. We're hearing that on the local level also.
Oh, boy, you ain't lying. A lady in Roswell lost thousands of dollars to a recent scam.
So we're hearing a lot about elderly fraud. And that is a $1.7 billion business in America. $1.7 billion.
I believe it.
Scamming our elderly. American grandparents increasingly online, and sometimes they can be scammed. FBI saying that so far this year, retirees and elderly folks have been scammed out of $1.7 billion. The average is $18,000 per occurrence. Scary.
Well, if you think about it, when they scam you, they're telling you this very elaborate story. You're going to win millions in a car, and why not? I mean, And
Why not?
They get caught in that scam.
Because if it's too good to be true,
That's
usually it's too good. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from this morning?
Hey, B, there's a wreck on 128 C1, about 10 miles south of 128 and C1.
C1. 10 miles of there?
10 miles.
South of C1, Tom.
Yeah.
That's in Lee County, Tom.
Yep.
So get in touch with the sheriff's department, see what we can find out.
Yep.
It's a single vehicle. The road may be shut down for a little bit. I don't know, but EMS was on the way when I was driving by.
Good deal. Thank you, Bob. Thanks for checking in with us and letting us know.
Yeah.
8:38. We're going to get you updated with Tom and a look at news. Also, we'll be talking about the Down Syndrome Buddy Walk coming up on Saturday. Me and Tom will be there in Roswell. This is an event for all of Southeast New Mexico.
That's right.
So we hope to see a lot of folks out there, and we'll give you the opportunity to donate coming up on the show.
Yeah. And Narissa Bullard will be our guest on the extended version coming up to talk about it. She is the CEO of the Down Syndrome of Southeast New Mexico.
So we'll talk to her. I got a lot of other stories that I haven't got to yet. Some people wondering where Will is. Will wasn't feeling good this morning. Got some type of cold or flu or something, and so was not feeling good. All right, on the way, looks like Biden maybe could have some problems in California dealing with pork. We'll talk about that coming up. Also, U.S. Coast Guard rescues 3 boaters left stranded, fending off the sharks. Seriously.
Really?
And Ben Garden, you remember that name, NBA player?
Yes. What about him?
He's in trouble. He's in big trouble. And Kamala Harris yesterday talks about expunging everybody's records when it comes to marijuana. And we'll talk about Mark Ronchetti coming up next. He's got new ads that are on the TV. I'll tell you what they say next.
All right. Only reason, says the text line, that we have ended up with slaves is because we were the highest bidders, excuse me, that was at the time. The bottom line, people were selling them. Our people bought them, and it really didn't matter what color you were, says the text.
The first slaves were my people, the Irish.
Mm-hmm. And Big Willie is asking you, B, is that site where you found your wife?
Yeah, that's where I found my wife. Yeah, that's it.
That's that dumb question. Jal Patriot says, if I was your
luckiest moment I ever had in my life. Actually, I knew my wife's sister when I worked in Illinois.
Oh, you hit up on her first,
though? No, I didn't hit up on her. I knew her, Tom.
Oh.
And
she introduced you?
No. So, on Facebook, you're friends with somebody, and I saw her. I became friends with her, and then 9 years later, we met in person when I went to the Philippines.
Really?
So.
I thought you met her in Illinois.
No. And the rest is history.
Right.
Well, you don't listen worth of crap. So
that was
I can see where you confuse that.
That was like 9 years ago, please, would you?
No, that was like more than that.
Text is saying, if I was your boss, Bob, I'd fire your butt for not walking. Rather, while not working, you're picking on Tom all day. Better watch out, Bob. You ain't going to have a job, buddy.
He's a truck driver. Always have a damn job.
Mm-hmm. And how about them Eagles? Well, they unfortunately had a loss this week. But we'll have reports on that coming up. Hey, Tom, este tonto?
Ya tanto. Mucho tanto.
Well, he says in Spanish, Tom, what's ese mean? Like, dude?
Mucho tanto. What tanto mean?
It means, hi, smart guy.
Yeah, it sure does.
Anyway, he's asking, hey, Tom, ese, I think that's what it means. It means me in English. Why would you waste money? I don't know if I can say that.
If you would pre-read the damn things, it would help.
I did, but I
whatever.
I was kind of like, whatever.
North Carolina, a man with Down syndrome had been working for Wendy's for 20 years.
Saw that.
Got fired.
Saw that.
By the way, they've taken so much heat, they're offering his job back. I hope he gets his job
He
back.
did.
I hope he gets something. All right, we're coming back. We'll check the weather. Tom will look at news coming up next. We're going to qualify folks for cash. We're going to make Tom do all the heavy lifting this morning.
Yes.
We'll qualify folks. News this morning being brought to you by Randall Pettigrew, state representative. Tell you what, when the governor shut our schools down and our businesses down, Randy Pettigrew was there fighting for you. Newly reelected in District 61. Randy defends your freedoms. If it comes to constitutional rights, like your Second Amendment right to our freedom of speech or whatever, Randy is there to battle. Rights to protect the babies. He's fighting for those rights. You can find him online at randallpettigrew.com. randallpettigrew.com. If you need help or maybe have legislative, maybe you have an idea, get in touch with Randy. His cell phone number's right there on the website, randallpettigrew.com. You know what? New Mexico, how many constitutional amendments can we have? The last time we amended the federal Constitution, U.S. Constitution, when was that, Tom?
Ooh, man.
1996.
Right.
The last time we amended the Constitution. It just seems like we're always amending the New Mexico Constitution. We have 3 amendments to the Constitution on the ballot this election cycle.
And 3 bond questions, too. Oh, by the way, you asked me to get Patrick Brenner. He's going to be on our show November the 1st to talk about those.
Good deal. All right, 8:44. Let's take a break, get updated with Tom, and a look at news. Let's qualify, folks. We're W105.
Demented Customs in Hobbs presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call now. Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money.
And I want it now.
Call in now to win.
I'm Tom A. Reese with MTD Radio News, in charge of Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. There was no threat to the public after an air monitor alarm to detect radiation went off early Monday morning at the Waste Isolation Pilot Plant just outside of Carlsbad, that according to WIP officials. However, employees at the plant were ordered temporarily to stay inside, although no radiological release was reported outside of the section of the site where waste is prepared for disposal. Once the all clear was given, the order for employees to stay inside was lifted around 8:30 a.m. An investigation is underway as to why those alarms were activated. Chaves County Undersheriff Charles Islas on Monday identified 30-year-old Enrique Plasencia Jr. as the man who was found dead Wednesday, October 5th, on the edge of a field in the area of East Hobson and Omaha Roads in Chaves County. As of Monday, 5 persons of interest have been interviewed in this case, but they have not been detained.
One of the best tools that we have found is obviously Facebook, because it's one of those things where everybody wants their 15 minutes of fame unless the cops are looking for you. On a couple of those individuals, we had people call in and tell us where they were, and we went and picked them up and interviewed them. We had the other ones actually just walk in and say, hey, if I walk in, would you take me off Facebook?
The investigation is ongoing. The Lovington Fire Department will be conducting tests on emergency warning systems on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Siren locations are at the corner of Gum and 3rd Street, the corner of West Van Buren and 8th Street, and between Avenue K and Avenue J on 7th Street. And this is just a test conducted by the Lovington Fire Department. In charge of the news for Southeast New Mexico and West Texas, I'm Tom A. Reese.
Hobbs and surrounding areas. 505 Productions is back this weekend with their huge gun and knife show at the Lee County Event Center on the Lovington Highway in Hobbs. This Saturday, October 15th from 9 to 5 and Sunday, October 16th from 10 to 4. Over 100 tables available to shop with guns, knives, ammo, scopes, and other accessories, jewelry, hides, gold and silver, plenty of 2A shirts and merch, and much more. Admission is just $7 per day or $10 for both. Kids 12 and under are free. Don't miss the 505 Productions Productions Gun Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Lee County Event Center on the Lovington Highway in Hobbs.
Get a great job in the oil field. Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers is hiring for our training programs. If you've supervised a frac crew, Spinnaker can teach you to be a cementing supervisor in our SSIT program. If you run a blender, Spinnaker can teach you to run their cementing trucks in our Cementing Equipment Operator Training Program. Must have a Class A CDL and be willing to work long hours. You'll receive an excellent salary and one of the best benefit programs in the industry. Yes, housing is provided. They're also hiring for mechanics and lab technicians. Spinnaker is an equal opportunity and drug-free employer. Text Oilfield to 63566 or visit greatoilfieldjobs.com.
There's at least one thing most New Mexicans agree on. Our schools have a long way to go. That's why Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham is breathing new life into public education with initiatives that support our children from their first baby steps to promising career paths. Like expanding in-home family services, early childhood and pre-K, so thousands more kids will go off to school healthy and ready to learn. And attracting new teachers by raising salaries to the highest in the Southwest. It's already paying off by recruiting hundreds of new teachers to our classrooms this year. And she is cutting teacher paperwork and administrative burdens by 41%, so they have more time to teach our children. Thanks to the governor's new Opportunity Scholarships, any New Mexican can now attend a state college for free to earn a certificate or degree in a wide range of high-demand fields. After 2 tough years, we're finally making progress in education. We can't afford to go back to the failed policies of the past.
Paid for by New Mexicans for Michelle.
Approved by Michelle Lujan Grisham.
The J.F. Maddox Foundation and University of the Southwest are pleased to welcome Ben and Aaron Napier, hosts of Hometown on HGTV, as the next speakers in the Jack Maddox Distinguished Lecture Series. The lecture series is scheduled at 7 p.m. Saturday, October 22nd at RN Tidings Auditorium on the Hobbs High School campus. After the lecture, Ben and Aaron Napier will host a book signing at the auditorium. Ticket information for the event can be found on Eventbrite or by visiting jfmaddox.org.
There's been talk in the news that it's hard to get credit these days. Not here. Just like always, we're making auto loans. We offer competitive rates and quick service. We make our loan decisions locally, so you don't have to wait for out-of-town approval on your loan. Make this strong move. Get your auto loan from us. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hobbs and surrounding areas. 505 Productions is back this weekend with their huge gun and knife show at the Lee County Event Center on the Lovington Highway in Hobbs. This Saturday, October 15th from 9 to 5 and Sunday, October 16th from 10 to 4. Over 100 tables available to shop with guns, knives, ammo, scopes, and other accessories, jewelry, hides, gold and silver, plenty of 2A shirts and merch, and much more. Admission is just $7 per day or $10 for both. Kids 12 and under are free. Don't miss the 505 Productions Gun Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Lee County Event Center on the Lovington Highway in Hobbs.
Hi, I'm 5th District Judge Eileen Reardon. I'm a native New Mexican and I've lived here all my life. I graduated from NMSU and UNM law schools. The law has been my life. I don't make the laws, the legislature does. My job is to apply those laws to the facts without favoritism or political consideration, and I do that well. I'm asking for your vote on November 8th. I'm Eileen Reardon, District Court Judge. Thank you.
Paid for by the Committee to elect Judge Reardon, Steve McCutcheon, Treasurer.
I'm Judge Reardon, and I approve this message.
This open enrollment season, roll with a dental plan that gives you the smile power you need to manage any mishap. When you need to return a shirt, but the return clerk looks like a tough customer. When you're in the 10 items or less line with 11 items or more. You need the nation's largest network of smile-defending dentists to protect your healthy grin so you can unleash your smile power. Unleash your smile power with Delta Dental of New Mexico.
Be in the Breakfast Club, the #1 way to start your morning, regardless of ace, race, gender, political affiliation. Well, that's supposed to say piss off your morning.
Where every voice matters.
Be in the Breakfast Club, being powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and carlsbadchevrolet.com.
And I had nurses who would bend down and whisper in my ear.
You love the new pumpkin spice garbage bags. Now it's time to cover up another smelly scent. Introducing pumpkin spice diapers. Hate sniffing a diaper to see if your baby dropped a bomb?
Oh, honey, can you take this one? I've done the last 3.
Well, now it'll be like you just walked into your neighborhood Starbucks.
I've got a pumpkin spice latte for Walter.
There are even pumpkin spice diapers for adults.
What's that amazing smell?
I just changed Grandpa.
The new pumpkin spice diaper. A scent so nice you'll be thanking the good gourd.
All right, on the way, we've got our special guest coming into the studio. Well, we'll be on the phone with her.
She will be on the phone with us from Roswell this morning. It's Narissa Bullard. We'll talk to her about the Buddy Walk coming up on Saturday.
So we'll be talking about the Southeast New Mexico Buddy Walk. You want to be part of that? It can't show up on Saturday. You can just donate your money.
Yep.
She'll tell you how to do that.
It's an exciting event we'll talk about.
All right, 853. Text line is open, 877-396-W105. Looks like Tom Cruise planning to go to space and film scenes for an upcoming movie outside the International Space Station.
Okay.
Don't know how you're going to get there, but North Carolina man with Down syndrome. We talked about that. The had Down syndrome and was fired from his job. According to New Study, 22% of millennials say they're going into debt because of the cost of dating.
Dating?
Costs too much to date nowadays. And just hours after Ukraine blew up that major bridge in Crimea, country issued postage stamps featuring the picture of the bridge that was just blown up. Damn. And the iPhone 14 has a new crash detection feature that if you're jarred enough, it will automatically call 911. Oh, Tom, you have the iPhone 14. We can expect for your phone to call 911 because he does hit the bumper strips a lot and hits stuff quite often.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that. And photos obtained by Page Six exclusively show Kanye West stepping out of a luxury vehicle with a woman making their way into a clothing warehouse where they make his line of clothes. By the way, Kanye West off of Twitter and off of Instagram this morning, they have blocked his page because of things that he said that they deem anti-Semite. Text line is open.
All right. Now, I'll go back to that texter who's asking me, Tom, Ese Tonto, why would you waste money and resources in small towns for early voting? He's asking this morning.
Why would they waste money?
Uh-huh.
Is that what you asked that question?
Yeah, he asked that question. I will give you the answer because it is our constitutional right to vote. That's why. And if we don't have any place to go to vote, then we're violating.
That is a dumb answer.
Well, what would you say to his question?
Because smaller communities is not going to get as many people. You're not going to waste your resources when it's available in Lovington. They can come to Lovington and vote.
Yes, but Jow's what? Jow's 42
miles. They can also
from here.
go to Hobbs when early voting begins in Hobbs.
That's right.
And vote in Hobbs.
But he wanted to know why would we want to waste our resources in those tolls?
Well, because of the dumb question you asked.
I didn't ask one.
Yes, you did.
I'm just answering his question.
No. You asked Rebecca the dumb question.
Well.
By the way, I'm
me out,
voting on Election Day. I am showing up on Election Day. I don't care if I got to wait in line for 7 hours. I'm voting on Election Day. One thing that I've seen in foreign countries, seen with my own eyes, the number of people come out to vote and wait in line 5-6 hours to vote. We're so spoiled. And then people still don't get out and vote. You wonder why our country is going to hell in a handbasket. I'm putting it on the backs of the people that don't get out and vote, don't take the time to vote. Look, I know election integrity problems. Yesterday in Colorado, and I don't have the story in front of me, in Colorado, I posted it up on my TikTok account. make that 30,000 non-citizens got voter registration mailers from the Secretary of State in Colorado. 30,000. How does this happen? How does this happen that 30,000 non-citizens are sent voter registration mailers? How the hell does that happen? It makes zero sense to me. Then they say it's because of the driver's license. Well, I hate to tell you, I told you so. Just saying. Just saying. I hate to tell you, I told you so. Morning, guy doing? Where are you calling from this morning? ¿Qué pasó?
Good morning.
Hey, ¿qué pasó?
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
what's going on?
Oh, I've called. Tom hung up on me.
Tom hung up on you.
Well, when I say hello, hello
Yeah.
1,000 times, you got to answer me.
So what's your name? So I'll put you down.
Jim Spence.
Oh, Jim, I got you down there, buddy.
Tom got you down. I mean, he just hung up on you just because he had things to do, Jim.
Yeah, I
Thank-
know.
Thank you, Jim.
Thanks,
Have a good one. Good news of the day coming up next. Biden administration in the state of California, normally steadfast allies, but they got a problem. They will face off today in the Supreme Court in a case that will decide whether California has the right to impose tough animal welfare standards on pork producers outside the state. Now, why would California have the right to introduce tough welfare standards for animals outside of their state? Look, they can do whatever the hell they want. California Proposition 12 on the ballot measures enacted by voters in 2012 imposes strict production standards on hog farmers, banning in-state sale of any pork producers outside of those standards. Well, just quit eating pork if you don't like it. But you're not gonna put standards on us, and you're not even there. We're not in your state. Crazy. 3 boats rescued by the Coast Guard 25 miles offshore from Empire, Louisiana. I used to work offshore, close to Empire. And 3 boats, things drastically went wrong. Coast Guard called from New Orleans. Boaters found themselves in a dangerous situation. 24-foot center console of the boat sank around 10 a.m. Saturday morning, leaving them stranded without communication devices. And they were being circled by sharks. Coast Guard cutter was able to save the day. Congratulations. By the way, they were first seen by a workboat out of Venice, Louisiana, but the Coast Guard saves the day and saves them from the sharks. Good news of the day in a second, Tom.
Tom's new phone is not going to call 911 for the crash detection. It's going to call Taco Bell, says the text line.
He's got that crash detection on.
Yeah, and by the way, what did Tom say how far Jow is from Lovington? Well, Jow is 43-something miles from Lovington. Am I not right? Yeah.
From Hobbs, Lovington to Hobbs is 23 miles.
Yeah. And from here, from
Hobbs to
Lovington.
Can I finish, please?
Okay.
I know your mind works that way. We just said Lovington to Hobbs is 23 miles. So Hobbs to Lovington would be 23 miles.
So it's 43 miles total.
Can I finish?
Okay.
From Hobbs to Eunice is another, 25 miles?
Yes.
And then Eunice to Jow is how many miles?
Eunice to Jow is 22.
So it's a little bit more than 43 miles.
Yeah, they're right next door.
Former NBA player Ben Jordan arrested for allegedly hitting his 10-year-old son at an airport in New York. They were at LaGuardia Airport, and Garden was disciplining his kid. Garden was waiting for a flight to Chicago, and they prevented him from boarding the plane and arrested him. He was handcuffed, and according to New York Post, his son was taken by a aunt for evaluation, and Garden was processed at the police station. Former NBA player Ben Garden was arrested as he struck his 10-year-old son.
Oh, man.
According to the Post, he sustained minor injuries during the arrest and remained unclear how he was injured. So the player got injured. Played 11 years in the NBA, was the sixth man of the year in the NBA, 39 years old, won Rookie of the Year 1 year.
He was good.
And was arrested for they're calling it abuse. And so we don't know the rest of the story at this point. Vice President Kamala Harris said nobody should be in jail for smoking weed. Look, nobody is in jail for smoking weed. I'm just saying. Look, nobody is in jail for smoking weed. Nobody is in jail for smoking weed.
Yeah.
Most of the people, possession of marijuana, they did something else. And then pled down to a lower, like it always is. Election day, Mark Ronchetti launching a brand new TV ad attacking Democratic Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham for paying $150,000 out of her campaign fund to pay off settlements and groping allegations.
Okay.
You do this anywhere else, you get fired.
Right.
No, serious. You grope somebody at work, you get fired. The governor, no, she doesn't get fired. Pretty sad.
We can fire her.
And, just don't reelect her.
Right.
And caveat to yesterday, the problems, a lot of problems in New Mexico when it comes to our judicial system begins with judges. And I don't know a whole bunch of the judges that are running, but I will tell you this much. If they were appointed by the governor, I'm not voting for them. If they were appointed by Michelle Lujan Grisham, I am not voting for them. If they have a D by their name in this state, I'm not voting for them. I don't care how good you supposedly are, I'm not voting for you. Because the problem is that if the governor appoints you, you're going to follow her agenda.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not voting for you. I am not voting for you. And I know a lot of people say, well, the good old boy plan, I've been knowing them forever. And if they were appointed by this governor, I'm not voting for you. You better have a real good story to tell me. I'm not voting for you. If you got a D by your name, I'm not voting for you. I have come to the point in my life where if you back this Democratic Party of today, I can't vote. I just can't vote for you. I cannot vote for you. If you put up with the Nancy Pelosi's and the Bernie Sanders and the AOCs of the world, the Adam Shifty Shifts of the world, I can't vote for you. Sorry if that offends anybody, but I can't. All right, good news of the day coming up next. Wrap her up, Tom.
All right.
We're late.
So Tex says we'll get something for our money. It's borderline slavery. We just don't want to beat them, and it would give the lazy ones the kick in the butt that they need to participate. Oh, yes, drug test too. Nobody that doesn't absolutely need it rides for free. Says the
I don't know what that means, and I'm sure you read it wrong. I'm sure. I'm pretty sure.
I think what they're saying is that, we're doing the same thing over and over. Why do we want to change?
It's always good that you watch on YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, or Twitter because just the looks that I give you, it's worth it. It's worth it. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the Home Store, Broadmoor Mall, and Hobbs. Winter is coming. They've got all the winter wear if you're working outside. They got everything that you need. Can you mute your phone?
Yeah.
Extensive collection of FRGs, coveralls, gloves, and more. They offer zero down financing for furniture, appliances, and electronics. Located right next door is Scrub Outfitters. They've got Healing Hands, Medcatures, Peaches, Dickies, and more. Cute compression socks. The shoes to keep your feet feeling better, because if you're in the medical field, you're going to be on your feet a whole bunch. Scrub Outfitters and Rig Outfitters in the Broadmoor Mall. 79 and sunny today. 56 tonight, 79 tomorrow. Thursday, about 78. We're looking pretty much the same weather throughout the day. All right, good news of the day being brought to you by Farmers Insurance agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington, 575-396-0513. Auto, home, life insurance, commercial insurance. It can also take care of your Medicare Part B. Your life insurance, your open enrollment is coming up. If you need help, he can help you. You got a bunch of predators out there. Get in touch with Herschel Rustin Hayes, proud sponsor of the good news of the day. Well, officials in Texas found a small purse from 1950. You're not going to believe what was inside that purse. Here's more on the story.
I didn't want to go through it too much because it looked old, and I didn't want it to fall apart. I wanted to turn it in and let somebody else handle it.
And the purse was full of what looked like a wallet and ended up turning out to almost be a diary. Picture it as today's Facebook. You're putting everything down. She wrote about her love life. She wrote who she broke up with. Those photographs might be 50, 60, 70 years old, but they're still there.
So Armando Rodriguez found it, and now they have to find who was the rightful owner that kept this diary. And guess what? They're going to find the rightful owner.
They are.
They will find the rightful owner. Fox News coming up next on the extended version, Tom.
It is Narissa Bullard. She will be our guest. She is the CEO of the Southeast New Mexico Down Syndrome Association. We'll talk to her in a minute.
Can you let your phone ring one more time?
Sure.
There's a little button.
There's always.
I don't want to touch the phone. I really don't want to touch it. There's a little button on there that you can turn, and it actually mutes it. But the problem with that, you won't turn it back on, and when we need you, the ringer won't work. Right. All right, we're going to take a break. We're coming right back with our special guest. We'll be talking about the Buddy Walk in Southeast New Mexico. News this morning being brought to you by H&H Fuel Services. New Mexico and Delaware Basin, they can take care of you. You can find them at Jow. Go Panthers. Colin says give him a call if you need help. You're on location right now and you need the poly pipeline machine with the squeeze tool up to 16 inches. They got you covered. They got them in-house. They offer subcontract services also. 432-269-6027. Go to the website, HNHFS.com. We're coming right back with the extended version of W105.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. The midterm elections are 4 weeks from today. In Ohio, a Senate debate between House Democrat Tim Ryan and Republican J.D. Vance.
This is the crowd that J.D. is running around with. The election deniers, the extremists. That's not Ohio.
I find it interesting how preoccupied you are with this at a time when people can't afford groceries, people can't afford to walk down the streets safely.
That debate on News Nation. Closing arguments today in the death penalty trial for Florida school shooter Nicholas Cruz.
Prosecutors spent weeks trying to convince the jury the confessed killer of 17 students and teachers deserves to be sentenced to death. The defense argued his development was stunted by a drug and alcohol abusing mother and that he suffers from fetal alcohol spectrum disorder.
Nicole Insalata with WSVN Miami. Cruz will get the death penalty or life in prison for the shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida in 2018. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey everyone, this is Daniel Bellos at Carlsbad Chevrolet. I want you guys to relax a little bit. I want you to lean back and I'm going to hypnotize you. We're going to buy your vehicles at Carlsbad Chevrolet. We're going to give you top dollar at Carlsbad Chevrolet to buy your vehicles. Now wake up and bring me your dang car. What's really going on? Bring your cars. You need to get rid of them. I need more. I'm ready to pay you top dollar like I pay the auctions. We need to supplement these new cars that are not coming, and we need them now. That's right here at Carlsbad Chevrolet, period.
We're in challenging dark times, like being in the Carlsbad Caverns without a light, or on the plains of the White Sands at night. We've lacked the light of real leadership in Washington. But in New Mexico, we've got Congresswoman Yvette Herro fighting for us against the woke radical liberals in Washington who look down on us. Yvette Herro fights to secure our southern border and stop the flood of crime and drugs. Yvette Herro fights for the energy industry that creates New Mexico jobs and can end America's reliance on foreign oil. Yvette Harrell fights for our neighbors, friends, and family's safety by standing with law enforcement against the radicals who want to defund the police. The woke, radical, liberal Democrats have failed us, but we've got our Congresswoman, Yvette Harrell, fighting them, leading for us. Paid for by Right Women PAC, which is responsible for the content of this advertising. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. RightWomen.com.
The time for savings is now at Floors to Go. The holiday season is just around the corner, so why not make your home the perfect place to celebrate? Replace your old floors while saving like never before during our National Flooring Extravaganza sale. We have thousands of flooring choices at amazing prices. Let us help you transform your house into the home of your dreams. Hurry, sale ends October 31st at Floors to Go, 2704 North Del Paso.
When you need a water well drilled or serviced, you want the experience and dedication of the best. That's Desert Sand Water Well, offering new well drilling, service, maintenance on residential and irrigation wells, sand separator installations, and well treatment. They're licensed and bonded in New Mexico. And Desert Sand Water Well offers 24/7 service with flat hourly rates, even after hours, covering all of southeast New Mexico. Desert Sand Water Well also offers free consultations and same-day service when possible. Call Desert Sand Water Well at 575-396-3790 or visit them online at desertsandsnm.com.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
You've imagined that perfect home, designed it in your mind. At Destiny Real Estate, it's dreams that we provide. We buy or sell residential ranches, lots and more. Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more.
If you're looking to rent, please join our website at www.destinyluxuryrental.com. I've got everything from a little 2-bedroom all the way up to a 10,000 square foot home with an indoor swimming pool. Again, that's destinyluxuryrental.com. And I'm needing some more homes. If you wanted to make a little extra income, just give me a call. Rhonda Burns, 575-257-3000. At Destiny Real Estate, our business is built on dreams and imagination. Telephone 575-257-3000.
Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more. Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more.
1 gig internet is available in Cloudcroft from PVT. Level up your internet for the speed and Wi-Fi you need to boost game consoles, computers, streaming devices, and all your home's other connected devices to peak performance with no data limits. PVT broadband internet with speeds up to 1 gig, powered by PVT's whole home managed Wi-Fi, takes your game or home office to the next level. Call 575-748-1241 or visit PVT at www.pvt.com today to get connected.
The extended version of Bee and the Breakfast Club is on the air, discussing what's going on in southeast New Mexico and beyond on W105.
It is already 9:14. Our special guest on the phone with us this morning.
And she is Narissa Bullard. She is the CEO of the Southeast New Mexico Down Syndrome Association. Good morning, Narissa. How are you?
Good. Good morning, guys. How you guys doing?
Yeah, good. Has it been 1 year already?
Already.
I know, right? I can't believe it either.
Kind of crazy that, but time flies, and this is your big fundraiser coming up on Saturday.
Yes, it's our 3rd annual Step Up for Down Syndrome Walk this Saturday. I was super excited. Praying for good weather because it's been raining almost every single day here in Roswell
tell us about
for the last couple of weeks. So
good news is the weather looks like
weather.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be okay.
Sunny weather
good,
for Saturday.
Okay, good.
So, but I was gonna mention it to B for a minute, but I actually still got my Step Up T-shirt from last year, and I still got it folded up.
Oh, you haven't worn it?
I haven't.
I just looked at him like.
No, because that's special to me because I used to work with adults with Down syndrome back in the day, and it's a special to me. So I just kind of folded it and put it in one of my drawers, and it's sitting there real nice, real clean. And I look forward to getting my second one.
Yeah, it looks like
Well, we'll have to get you two so that you can wear one. And
right, there you go.
That's
it looks
right.
like Saturday, they say high temperature actually warming up to 82.
Wow.
Now, Sunday and Monday, rain
good.
back in the forecast. So, Sunday and Monday.
Okay, that's fine.
So tell us about
That's fine.
what time the event is going to be and exactly what kind of fundraising is going to be while you're doing that.
So Saturday, the event is from 11 to 3. We're going to start a little bit later in the day than usual, which is going to be great. It's not going to be so cold.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be 11 to 3 at the Rustic K Soccer Complex in Roswell. Again, it's our third annual Step Up for Down Syndrome Walk, and this is just our biggest fundraiser of the year, and it's our biggest awareness event of the year as well.
Yes.
We get the whole community involved. We get all of our families involved, and with us serving all of southeastern New Mexico, it's not just Roswell. Our families come from all over southeastern Mexico, so they get their communities involved, their friends and families, and they all come out to Roswell to celebrate. And it's just a big day of celebration for our advocates, our self-advocates, which are individuals with Down syndrome, and we just celebrate them, their accomplishments, and just them in general, just showing the community that they are valued members in our society. And
You just mentioned something that is so important, and that's awareness.
Mhm.
Yes,
that's awareness.
Yes.
And let's talk about that. That the awareness that I know several people with Down syndrome, and they are functional adults that bring something to the table, which is awesome.
Yes. Yeah, so, throughout the year we do small things here and there to kind of bring awareness to what Down syndrome is, but this walk is special in the way that, one, it's been going for so long that everyone knows what it is and they know when it's coming up. And so we're able to really